And I just don't get how they share that many kisses and they don't fall in love in real life. You're telling me there's nothing there? Are you gonna? Fuck this guy.
Fuck you.
You didn't do your taxes?
It's none of your business, Ryan.
The first heart attacks on the house, you know?
And I'm gonna sit here and rub my penis, okay? So don't.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
I used to straddle my mom, so I had her undivided attention and show her.
Leave the balls out. We like looking at them.
How many humps do you think I could get in before, like?
You are a pussy.
Grab it. And it was a midget with a peg leg.
It's just a bunch of people, you know, like that are smaller than you'd expect.
Yeah,
The bitches are stanky.
Bitch.
No,
Yeah, you
whoa,
say it.
Brian.
Whoa.
Sam's
Wait.
wife.
Yeah.
That's his
Anyways,
life partner.
She's kind of a bitch. You want to hear a funny story?
No.
Okay. Anyways, we're live with we're not live. We're not fucking live.
We're live.
Yeah, we're recording.
According to this
Live.
Episode 66, maybe.
60. Oh, no, we had
When
it
are
on
we
the
getting
thing.
those motherfucking turtlenecks and watches?
We need
I'm
to get
feeling some false promises.
Well, now it's getting into like the heat of
The
summer
100?
in Florida, and I'm like, damn, I was hoping we'd either kind of do it in like the winter months or.
You're not gonna wear it outside. You keep your heat off in the summer.
I think, dude, there's been a lot of comments recently about like, Sam, every picture of you have like one of 4 shirts on. So yeah, if I get a new turtleneck, that's a new piece of clothing. I'm gonna wear
He's
it
gonna
frequently. Yeah.
Fuck, that's true.
You get a cut off turtleneck.
I could,
Sleeveless.
I could cut off.
I don't know.
Sleeveless. Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I mean, I'm not buying any new clothes because it's my fat guy clothes. I don't want to get nice fat guy clothes because then you're never gonna.
When you're overweight, you
Lose
got to
weight.
buy one size smaller, and you go into the
Oh
dressing
my God,
room and you
no.
put them on, and you go like, I don't feel comfortable in these, but buying them because I like the way they look, maybe it'll entice me to lose a little bit of weight, and that's never the case.
The day never comes. Yeah.
No,
You
that
just have
thing
a
just
fucking.
it lays up with the tags on it still, just over a chair in the corner, and you just cry as you eat your chicken parm reheated.
Poob doesn't
watching
understand
TV,
this, but
right? He
I
doesn't.
fully
I
get it.
I'm-
This is.
I love chicken parm. What are you talking about?
You know, hey.
You know, when you're so fat, you got like one shirt.
Yeah.
Shut up. Just buy like 2 shirts.
No, because then you're like, I got these new shirts. I can't lose weight now. This is an investment
like-
on the fatness. You've invested in your
Exactly.
fat ass.
Now you can't lose
You got to
weight.
stay
Yeah.
there. You have no idea, see, Poob. This is what you don't understand. When you're fat, dude,
You're
can.
like,
There's a lot of,
money. I've
there's a
been
lot of
there.
thinking
I've
and
been
planning
there.
that go behind this.
Okay.
I've been there. You would not believe the mental gymnastics people will do in order to just convince themselves it's okay to eat like half a dozen donuts.
Yeah, and one fucking shirt
Like,
is
I
all
just
it takes.
I bought a new
Yeah.
XXL shirt yesterday. Like, of course I got to get Krispy Kreme on the way home. Like,
I gotta
to a
break
normal
in the
person,
shirt.
that mental leap doesn't fucking make sense.
Yeah,
But
I
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're fat, you have less clothes.
Yeah.
Unless
Man.
you're, some of the ladies in my family, they get these weird, like, they have to be leftover circus tents or something. They cut a little hole in the top. It's like a giant moo with like this vibrant patterns on it.
Like fucking Homer Simpson.
Ooh.
And I didn't know so many companies made those because they have hundreds of them, different
In the US,
patterns and
probably.
everything. I'm like, what? It's like an old umbrella or something. Like, why is it like so crazily colored?
Dan flashes.
Dan
These patterns are so complex. Oh my god.
Man,
So
what a-
I was
that
at
a
Creator
good show.
Clash.
Oh, wow.
Shut up.
Oh, is that
My
what you're
turn.
gonna-
Okay.
Yeah, how was the Creator Clash?
I don't remember.
You don't remember
I
it?
know. It was pretty remarkable, honestly. It was pretty surreal. Showed up at Tampa. Well, showed up at I guess I shouldn't dox where I met up with Devin,
Why does
Exfil
it matter?
Camper.
It's over now. It's not like
I
it's-
met up with Exfil Camper because he lives in Florida. And then we drove to Tampa, got a little Airbnb, beautiful little spot. We were their first guests ever.
Whoa.
So they really tried hard. Like I walked in there, I'm like
the Idaho people.
yeah, no, like the opposite of them, like the absolute opposite of.
Because we were their first guests too. I
We
think.
almost rented
Were
one
we?
because I was like,
Yes.
look, it's got
Oh
a
my
pool.
God.
Like it's got a pool and like a creepy fireplace. And then as we rented it, it was like the pool isn't working. Like, well, we could skateboard in it or something,
Yeah.
something badass. But we ended up going with this one, and Devin and Omid were both like, it's kind of like decorate it all girly like. I'm like, trust me, that it will be a nicer place because of it. Like it was, all the decorations were really. It looked like someone just bought the place and spent like $5,000 at IKEA putting up the most like very like mundane decorations, but like nice and clean. You know, full bathroom stocked, full like Q-tips and everything. I really appreciated that.
Luxury is IKEA.
Yeah, IKEA. Well, it's what
IKEA. It's like a palace.
It's a luxury compared to that Idaho place. Okay, there's the TV in every bedroom. Yeah, that
working.
That was a scheme, by the way. The more I thought about it, I was like, that is the ultimate scheme. Have a fucking poor cat that's just like,
begging for fucking.
Yeah, and then he just reminds you, he's like, by the way, this cat that's going to be constantly trying to get in, if it gets in.
No, I
yeah,
the guy, he was like,
pay out the nose.
He's like, yeah, there's plenty of room in my bed with me and my sister, not for a cat, for anything but a cat.
Yeah, for anything but this
there's
fucking
a human-sized spot in the middle of our bed.
Us.
Yeah, but this cat takes one paw. If I see one paw print in here, I'll kill that cat and charge you $5,000.
Oh my
God. But then
Peanut was talking about having, like, he was like, hey, will you go to the Creator Clash? And I was like, I would pay money not to go because that sounded like such a stupid thing.
I used that line a couple times when people asked where you were.
Yeah, I watched like the Epic Mealtime guy and that other guy.
That's Principal Calhoun from Video Game High School #1. Yeah,
is he actually?
Yeah,
Harley. I talked to him.
You did?
Stalt will get a kick out of this. I said, hey, what's up? Nice seeing you around. Like, you're Stalt's friend. And he was like, oh, yeah, Stalt. And then I was like, all right, peace. And I knocked him out. I was like staring up at him. Anyway, you saw these people and you realized maybe this would have been fun.
Yeah, I was like, that seems like that's a blast.
And we got like incredible seats. Like it'd be cool. Too, like we were buying seats in the nosebleeds and they were all, you know, like maybe you can have our old seats if we Wubby's trying to get us like VIP, but they were already like second row. I'm like, what is that much better like than first and second row?
Yeah.
So they ended up giving us their old seats though, and we were fucking like third row, right on the corner, on the floor area. Very cool, very lavish.
Like people want front row seats for some reason, but at the front rows you're like looking up at.
We did have there was the corner, like the blue poles right in front of us, and a cameraman. I'm like, you guys couldn't have got a smaller, like hire peanut or something. Like cameraman was huge. It was like, and the bodyguards would stand right there and be like scanning out, and of course they're like the biggest fucking guys ever, so I missed like half the fights, but what I saw was
thanks Wubby.
Thanks a lot, Wubby. And I was too close to see the big TVs showing everything, so thanks a lot, fucking guys.
The worst seats you could get.
It was the worst seat you could get.
This is an act of aggression. He just he picked the worst fucking blind spot seat and gave it to you.
Dude, I know. They didn't even give us free VIP badges on top of their like $800 seats they gave us.
Oh, fuck this,
dude.
They're not even seats.
$2,000 for front row. People are buying. Insane. So like our seats were probably like ridiculously expensive. We just got them for free. Awesome. So I didn't feel bad buying a ton of beers there, and it was like
fight.
Fuck, I didn't know like in the
okay. This is how much he drank.
No, it's not how much I drank. I didn't know any of the fighters except for I knew that I knew Harley and I knew. Of course, like iDubbbz, and I knew like of Michael Reeves, but I was like really out of touch with all the fights. But that one was really good. I think Alex and Ryan were their names. And then I don't know, some Australian guy beat the shit out of someone on his birthday. That was pretty funny.
I did a thing. Yeah, that guy is he makes great videos.
Ripped.
Did he?
I don't care about his videos. I've never seen his videos. He's shredded too.
You know what I noticed between him and Harley is because these guys didn't do the psychological. They didn't have Don King to sit there and go like, it's not a person. You punch through them. They didn't have anybody to dehumanize their opponent. To them, it's just a colleague. And so like when Harley like almost knocked out his opponent,
he's like 80 pounds heavier.
Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, when he like halfway knocked him out. Same thing with I Did a Thing. When he like clocked whoever he was fighting, and they were like, you could tell they were dazed. They immediately went like, oh shit, because it's like that's
a charity.
That's like, it's like, and not only that, but these guys aren't like professional boxers. They're like nobody wants to do an act of violence like that. And so as a result, like Aaron's halfway knocked out and Harley's like, do I keep going? Like, I feel bad now. This guy's halfway, like he thinks he's in another place. And the ref's like, guy's still standing. And so he does like these like little like little jabs to Aaron's halfway
Go down.
conscious
Go
face.
down.
And Aaron's just like staggering up on the rope.
Yeah, I got some of his
ropes too to make sure he's still standing.
He had him against the ropes right by where I was at, and I caught some of his blood in my mouth. Actually,
fuck yeah!
Yeah, I swallowed it for shit it out later at home and put it in a bag.
Dude, throw that up on like an estate sale site or something.
The Minx, whoever she fought fight was pretty good too. The Michael Reeves fight was good. It's my fucking one of my best friends is like a state champion boxer, and he was live texting me like all this shit about it,
beat them up
and like who's the best. Yeah, no, he wasn't. He was actually really impressed with a couple of them. Like for like I went into it too being like YouTuber boxing fight. This is gonna they're just gonna be like
we're gonna be
the ones where they wail.
The
ones where they just wail on each other are like the most fun to watch. Like the more technical fights were kind of boring, and when I
really liked the Michael Reeves fight. I watched someone like cut together like highlights of the fight.
I need to watch that.
And he got like apparently rocked in the first round, and then the second round like it pissed him off or something.
Yeah,
second round he comes in doing like, what is that, like rolling at the hips like Tyson? Like he was doing head bobs, and then he just does the most technical both feet off the ground like Goku lunging punch. And the most
I don't know if I've heard of a technical boxing punch where both your feet are off the ground.
No, he did like an anime skip punch. Forward. Yeah, he did like a skip forward. It was like that little dash you do in Super Smash Bros. Where like a little bit of dust kicks up from under his feet. And he rocks this finance guy right in the face, and you see the finance guy like hit the panic in his eyes. He looks like a deer that just got the jaws on around his neck. He was like, "What the fuck? This is a charity fight," and you just like, "Ow, punched me."
He did like a jumping punch.
The entire fight was changed after that. It was just him doing these like insane punches every now and then. It looked great. I was very impressed with Michael Reeves. I wouldn't want to marry him. He'd fucking rock me.
No, he wouldn't. Dude. He was like 4 feet, dude.
No, you have a literal like, to foot me, on him. Like head height would be my balls to him. He would just be doing those haymakers into my testicles. I'd be down for the count.
That's another thing, dude. Devin could not get over how short Critikal was when we were the first night. Like we would go to Tampa.
How short is he?
We go to Tampa, okay. We get to the Airbnb, and then Peanut and all them are like, we're doing like, Peanut's like, I'm a VIP, bitch. Like, stop ringing up my number. Like, you're lucky we'll even talk to you. All this kind of shit, posturing. And he's like, we're going to the weighing event tonight. Like, maybe we'll see you around if you're lucky. So we just go to a random bar, and our Uber driver, I don't know what it is about me or if it's just Uber drivers in general, what makes them want to just say something like insane or talk about how someone in their family died or was murdered or what. Like people can just confide in me or something. And this guy was just going on and on about, I told him that my family in Kentucky got brought up. This guy is me in 20 years. No, okay, what am I saying? This guy is like 70 years old. He's old as shit. I don't know how old I am. This guy's me in like 40 years. He was just spouting off like movie trivia and TV trivia about the Dukes of Hazzard. Like you couldn't get him to stop. And he was like, and I just don't get how they share that many kisses and they don't fall in love in real life. You're telling me there's nothing there? Are you gonna like how long is this fucking Uber ride? And he's like, actually that guy was in the show The Ranch. You ever seen The Ranch? I'm like, no. And he's kind of like Dr. Quinn medicine. Like,
rewind like that whole like you're telling me
no, he just wouldn't. He was like, and he was like, and he's like, because he was like, the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm like, oh yeah, like I have family from Hazzard. So I'm like, yeah. And he's like, Cooter off Dukes of Hazzard? And I'm like, who the fuck is Cooter? I was like, maybe. And he's like, Cooter has a real auto mechanic shop in North Carolina that I went to. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. You get a picture.
Traveled?
And he's like, no, but my brother went once and got a picture with the real Cooter. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, whoa. And then he's like, you know, Cooter's related to this guy. You know, this guy's in this show. You know, this show. And like Devin and Omid were in the back.
Like only fan. It has to be.
Dude, he was a mega fan. He knew everything about these shows. And he's like, and this girl, I tell you what, like, my God, you know, she might have only been like a teen in the show or something. I'm like, oh my God, like it's going here. Lord. And we get near the bars and he's like, you boys better be careful here. This town has changed. It's so damn dangerous. Like, you got to be careful. Like, don't look down when you're walking. And then he, like, there's a bunch of girls walking by and he's like, but, oh, baby, like, check out these girls. Like, I just pray for a gust of wind to knock their skirt off or something. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Like,
so
whatever.
he's literally basically the equivalent of him just going like, hey, you need to be careful around here. I've heard there's like highwaymen or whatever. And then he just pulls out a gun and goes,
Here, you take this.
Give me your wallet.
No, he was like, you take this for protection.
Dangerous. There's like rapists everywhere. Check them out.
Yeah, there's like perverts everywhere. Yeah, he was fucking weird. And then we went to a really shitty bar for a while that had a sign. Because I saw the street. I'm like, this place is beautiful. What is this guy talking about? And then the first bar we go to has a little sign that's like, due to recent incidents, we asked that bikers no longer wear their like biker like specific badges and colors in here, like as a like sign of good faith or sign. I'm like, okay, we're in like a biker like district or something. And we just sat around, and Omid was fucking miserable. As soon as we got there, he was like, the first day, he's like, I think I just got over a sickness. The entire trip, he proceeded to get more and more sick. Like, I think his sickness literally just began. And he's like, oh, no, guys, like, I feel pretty good. And he ordered an orange juice at the bar. He ordered a Minute Maid at the fucking thing. I'm like, all right, this guy's fucked. And then he's like, the whole night, he's like, and Peanut texts us, like, hey, we're going to the casino. I want to meet there. Omid, like, literally had life brought back into him because he's a gambling addict. And he was like, oh, we're going to the casino? Like, I don't need to Uber home right now. Like, I can wait. We go to the casino, and we walk in the door. It's, you know, it's so grand. There's all these really old, freaky looking Tampa people smoking cigarettes, walking around, like creature people and stuff. And like, I was like mesmerized by all the people, just like the drones sitting there playing slot machines. Like, it was very odd looking. I don't know. I haven't been to many casinos. I've only been with my grandma gambling because she's like a fucking little addict. And I'm like, Peanut and them finally roll in, you know, it's like Peanut, his girlfriend, Wubby, Carlos's girlfriend wasn't there. Wubby's girlfriend, Alex, and their friend, Booty. And I'm telling Peanut, like, I'm not going to recognize anyone else here immediately. See, this guy I know from Rust like 6 years ago, who we used to be in like a group chat named Bryce. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing here? He's friends apparently with the like, it's Wednesday, my dudes guy, Jimmy here. He's like part of his little group. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, small world. We go up to the bar. Critikal rolls in with his entourage. Listen, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being a short guy. Just, I was not expecting, he's like 5'2" or something. He's like 5'3".
There's no way. There's no way.
And his whole group was like that small. And I was like, oh my, like, whoa. But he walked in like a rock star. Like, he walked in with this little posse and everyone's like, whoa, Critikal. Like, he rocked it. He rocked it well. And I went up to him. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, good to see you again. You're on like Forehead Fable. Or I was like, Poob from Forehead Fables. And he was like, and I'm like, I played you in a game.
Right, never mind. Fuck him.
Yeah, I'm like,
I was a fan. Fuck him.
I was like, I played you in a game. And he's like, oh, yeah, I remember that. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I seen you. I just walked away.
That was
like,
my whole,
Critikal.
Yeah, no, dude, no. I ended up. I talked to him more the next day. He was really nice, but I'm sure this dude gets approached by fucking everyone there.
And he does shit. He's like, he's fucking everywhere. He's doing everything. I don't remember what I did yesterday. I'm sure, like, why would he remember?
That was like over a year ago now, too. Like,
it feels like for me, like a fucking, I don't have any concept of time. I thought it was like last week. I'm like, hey, Charlie, friend. Like, remember that we hung out like a couple weeks ago?
You said I was your favorite.
I mean, I'm staying at the casino, until like 5 a.m. or something. A good time. Like Wubby and all them, very hospitable to us. Like, kind of just like, I'm like, we're part of your posse now. Like, we don't know anyone else here. And he bought me a drink. I'm like, all right, I'll buy you guys a drink. He's immediately like, all right, I'll take you up on that. Fuck. Because now there's like more and more of a pot. I know.
Why did you say that? You
because
dumbass?
I'm honor bound. Okay, he bought me a drink, so I'm like, I'll buy you a drink, and he's like, all right, buy a whole round. And we go up to the bar upstairs. It's in a sugar factory, and his girlfriend's like, I want that, and it's like top shelf. I'm like, fuck. And I'm like rumming
a millionaire.
I'm like rum and cokes or something, like rum and and they're like, okay, what about adios, motherfuckers? So I was like, fuck, like in a sugar factory. This is gonna kill, and I'm like trembling.
If I was there, I would have gotten a Shirley Temple for you.
I know you would.
Yeah.
Even that out.
I went over and I was like, hey, here's my card. I got like fucking 8 of these, and it was $200. I'm like, all right, I think I'm just gonna not gamble. Like, I didn't gamble once for the like 4 hours here at the casino, and like everyone else was playing blackjack and stuff. I'm like,
I have no problem spending money on friends, but if for some reason alcohol to me is a complete waste of money.
I like buying drinks.
If it's something tangible, Brian, I got your sleeping bag at the thing. That's like it's something that it can be reused. But those drinks, you paid $200, and within 4 minutes, you're like, it's gone. It's just it's gone forever.
It was more like within like 15 seconds. Everyone's like, cheers. All right, let's get another round. I'm like, oh God.
I only offered 1 round.
Like, I know. Like, who's next? And then we just I don't like I just did so much this past weekend, not to brag. Met so many people. I don't think anything else event happened. Like I'm so out of touch with the big streamers and YouTubers, and there's like a lot of OnlyFans people apparently there. Like I don't know any of them.
Why would you know any? Why would you know any?
But everyone keeps being like, that's like that's them, and
a bunch
stuff.
of perverts you hanging out with.
Yeah, I know. Omid right away, this girl walked up to us, and he's like, how do I know her? How do I know? And then he was like, oh God damn it! And he's like, it's bad that he's like, that's the worst way to encounter one of these people. It's like,
did I know you from something? And they're just like, I know exactly where you know it from.
Something. Yeah, he was like, oh fuck, how do I? And then he tried to play it cool, and
it was a midget with a peg leg.
It was 2 midgets on top of each other's shoulders in a trench coat. Why do I know them so well? And why do I know their individual personalities?
I was gonna say one of those little goblin grandmas from the beginning. Like, I know those old ladies.
How do I? And then the next day was the creator clash, and wow, that line was filled with a lot of people you'd expect going to a creator clash.
Oh, absolutely.
I saw a lot of horrors.
Partially why I didn't really want to go.
There were some, normal people too, but it wasn't
I
great.
hadn't thought that I would be
little creatures. Is what you're saying?
I hadn't thought there was going to be multiple people there that I knew.
It was very, very well set up though in terms of like staff and security. It just ran like an official like event. Like the amount of people they had working, it was pretty surprising. And when you're on floor seats, you get your own bar and bathroom. Separate from the Cretans, which had a huge line.
How long was the event in total? I mean, it doesn't seem like
4 hours or something.
What the fuck for 8 fights?
Was it 4?
Maybe like 3 or so. It was
maybe for you because you had to get.
I mean, we got there. Right? Yeah, we got there like we kind of got there right when the first fight started. We sat down. Maybe it was shorter than that. I have no concept of time, dude. I was just drinking with Omid and Devin. And then afterwards, we go up to Peanut and all them in the front row.
How was Omid this go around?
It was good. It was really good to hang out with him. Not like me just make a high being like, hey, Omid, watch Sunny with me. We actually had some like good times.
The first impression was any better.
Yeah, no, it's still. I mean, it didn't feel like I was meeting him though, because I've just known him so long, and he's a different type of drunk than I expected. He was getting mad at Devin a couple times for just random
got that
things.
Vibe from that gamer hole. Like,
the gamer hole. Like 24 hours.
He was getting cranky with no sleep, and he was going to throw a punch.
When I'm sick drunk, Omid was getting after getting him amped up on some boxing. He was definitely he wanted to hit me. He wanted to hit me hard.
Yeah, that's a big dude too. I wouldn't want to fuck with him.
No, I want to see someone shoot him in the fucking head or something. I'm joking. I'm joking. Cut that out, program. Computer stall.
Oh,
What
by
is
the way,
this?
you
This
guys
is
might
thing edited?
notice that the whole. I'm talking to the audience now, not
Yeah.
you two.
Yeah, we
you guys might
noticed.
notice this
Yeah.
thing looks a little bit different. We're using like a service now. We're trying to phase stalled out where robots are taking over.
Computer
First thing that's
stall.
automated. Yeah.
Edit in a picture of Stalt crying right here. He'll do anything we say.
The computer does what we tell him to.
No hold.
Yeah.
But anywho, we go up to the front row where they are, in their cool little VIP area. And there's
They let
another
you in there.
this guy's gonna shoot me with a fucking it wasn't separated by anything. They're just 2 rows ahead of us.
Oh. Okay.
But this guy is apparently a viewer, I think, of the podcast, and he's a general Sam fan and everything. But there was a guy there with them. Oh, sorry. 1 second. Let me back up. I ran into a surprising amount of people that like recognized me. I mean, it was like 4 people, but one of them, he's front row of like right off floor seats, like right on the other side of the gate. And I'm walking by him and he's going, Poob, Poob, Poob. And as I'm walking by, this guy, Drew Gooden, who's a YouTuber, was walking by the other direction. I thought he was going, Drew, Drew, Drew. And I just like blazed past him. And Devin's like, damn, dude, did you just ignore like the hell out of like, he was like right by you. Like he was like,
you were starstruck by Drew Gooden. You're like, that's the guy that did the road work ahead guy.
He genuinely was like one of the only people I saw there where I'm like, I've watched this guy's videos. Like, that's cool to see him.
Yeah.
And
You
then
didn't think
every
about
time
that
I'd walk,
about Omid and Devin.
no, every time no.
Okay.
They're friends. They're not, And every time I walked by that guy, it would just became like he was cool. Like I'm like, hey, afterwards, like nice to meet you. But I'd have to walk by him every time I wanted to get a drink, and so every time I walk by, I'd be like,
That's
hey.
often.
Yeah, like no, and that was like in between every single fight.
40 haze.
Yeah, like well, you have to do it there, way there, and way back. Like, do I just pretend I don't see him? And then on one way to the bathroom, this guy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, can I get a picture?" And I thought he meant me take it of him and his friend. And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, like," yeah. And he's like, "No, of me and you." And I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like, sure. And then I'm like, "Well, that was cool." And I walk to the bathroom, and a guy comes up to me and goes, "Hey, Poob." And the guy before didn't say my name, so I didn't think anything. Like, it would be reasonable that he wanted me to take a picture of him and his friend.
Yeah.
This guy's like, "Hey, Poob, can I get a picture?" And I'm like, okay, so this guy wants a picture with me. And then he hands me his phone. It's like, yeah, can you take it of my friend and I? I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I'm getting so twisted up.
Yeah.
And I take a picture of him, and his friend's like, now do one with him. And he's like, no, that will ruin it. And then the guy tagged me in the photo later that I just took of him and his friend. And I was like, what the fuck's going on?
That's pretty funny. That's fair.
Met another guy that like was, I think like 3 of the 4 were like, I just saw the hiking trip video. Like they'd all watched your video, which was cool. And then after the event, this guy's with Peanut and all them, and they have like a little entourage. So we're like, oh, this must be some guy in their entourage. And we're talking to him, and then they like start walking into the actual VIP area.
Is this guy like a YouTuber or anything, or is he just a guy?
I don't think so. No, he's just like a guy that was at the event.
That paid $2,000 for a VIP seat?
He wasn't front. He came from somewhere after the fight ended. Likewise with the guy that I had to keep walking by and go, hey.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about.
No, that's a different guy. That guy is he's not in floor seats technically. He's on like the front row of when it stops being floor seats.
Okay.
And and there's a little gate. They're not supposed to really get down on the floor. After the event, he came up to me and was like, hey, I jumped the gate. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, fuck, this guy's gonna like hang around me or something. He's like, all right, see ya. And just like went off towards other YouTubers. I'm like, all right, good luck, dude. Like, thank you for, as much as it was weird that he jumped the gate and is now like roaming down here. Like, he's not gonna just like pry us.
You don't let the gentry in with the aristocrats.
Okay, so we're walking towards the VIP area with this mystery guy, I'll call him, and in Wubby's group, and someone sees Peanut and goes, Carlos the gardener, right? And he's like, no, I'm Peanut. And they're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And he's like, you're lost, or so, like, just fucking like get the fuck out of here.
So
and the
it's
person
like
was
Peanut and
racist.
Carlos, are they
They don't look the same at all.
No, they don't. It's not that they don't look the same. I know that, but they both look like Mexican guys. But are they like a periphery character of Wubby's entourage, or are they more like central pillars?
They had VIP badges. Okay.
Oh, okay. So they're definitely
VIP
there.
badges.
They're right there in the middle.
What do you mean, like in them? They're like, I don't know. I wouldn't use the term cronies.
Yeah,
but I'd use.
But they're like those
maybe.
two fucking fat kids that are by Draco Malfoy's side in Harry Potter.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, little cronies.
Well, I feel like that's more like us with
Little
you,
goons.
but they're like the guys recording Draco Malfoy and then doing all the fun shit with them. I was jealous. I'm like, this is fucking odd. Like, I wish Sam came to a shit like this and
pull some weight around.
Yeah,
you know
pull
what I mean?
some weight around, get us some VIP
goodies.
badges.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not good at. I saw one time. I saw Wellen do that shit one time, and it was I've never like cringed for somebody else. It was hilarious. It was just there was like some Facebook gaming party or something like that, and there was a VIP room, and I was like, this place fucking sucks. And he's like, oh, look, there's a VIP room. I was like, hey, go tell the big guard guy you have like 1 million subs. And he's like, okay. And he just goes over there. He goes like, can I get in there? I have 1 million subs. And it was like, Welland's jacked, right?
Yeah.
He was jacked, but the guard was the same amount of jacked, but not.
2 feet taller.
Yeah, he was like 6'6". Like so it was just like one jacked guy talking to another jacked guy, but like his son. And I could just hear him over there going like, please, I have like 1 million subs. Can I just get in there? And the guy was like, absolutely not. Like, that's not,
that's not how to do it.
And I just don't want to. I don't want to have that situation where I'm like,
you
can
would
I
talk
please
to
get
like
in
an
there?
event manager beforehand or something. You wouldn't go day of and be like. I don't want to
ask because I can't stand the rejection. I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to be like, absolutely not.
Get us to send the emails out, or get Abby to send the email out.
And that's why I told them, like, all right, well, you guys hit me up later. They're like, no, you can just come in this area. I'm like, oh, whoa, no way. We go in there, and then all the fighters are in there, and then like all the big YouTubers and stuff. And it's like, whoa, this is cool. I mean, it's just a bunch of people, like that are smaller than you'd expect. It's just a bunch of like little kind of awkward nerds. There's some of them aren't awkward, but some of them are like
smaller than you expect. Like Critikal.
So like Chris Raygun, the guy was like 5 feet flat or something. I see. Really? They're just all like, I don't know. Tiny. Some of them are much larger than you'd expect. 6'3".
Really?
But I digress.
He doesn't look like he'd be 6'3".
Yeah, well, sometimes they're bigger than they look. I was just getting that part. They're like the commentator, they're like number 15.
Yeah, that
Burger King foot lettuce guy. He was huge.
He's huge. Yeah.
I was hanging out with him after, like, not hanging out, like we were getting
Does
pizza.
He talk like that in just normal talk?
And I wish he did.
God. Yeah.
No.
He exaggerates.
But he was huge, and he had braces, which caught me off guard. He looked like a big 17-year-old.
They're like Jaws from fucking like 007, dude.
17 or so. Like, he looks so young, but so big, like a big old baby. He's a nice guy, though. Why am I railing on these people?
You're saying he's a big baby with braces. Yeah.
And then anyway,
really nice.
We go, the mystery man starts talking to Devin and Omid more, and they're like, so you're part of like, you like know Wubby and stuff? He's like, oh no, I'm like a total random. And everyone's like, oh, okay. And he's like, what do you guys do? And Devin tells him like, oh, I'm a Tarkov streamer. My name's Xful Camper. And he's like, whoa, I'm talking to Xful Camper. I didn't even put that together. No, Omid's like, I'm Omid. And he's like, oh my God, like I'm talking to Omid. And he's like, you guys think you can get me into like the after party or whatever? And we're all like, no, like no, we don't know you. And like, we don't know, like at that point, we're like, no way we're getting into it. And then like someone comes up and gives Wubby like the address to Critikal's compound, which I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? It was like a literal compound. I thought it's like G Fuel moist pound or something.
What the fuck?
Like a huge warehouse in Tampa, and like it was very odd. But
he lives
cool.
down there.
Yeah, which I did not expect.
Okay,
I thought it was a temporary thing.
I saw on Twitter everybody was like posted up taking pictures with giant cocks on the floor, and I was like, did he just travel with those in like briefcases? Like, I'd like to check some luggage, please. It's 6 giant dildos.
Oh, I thought he
And
just
then,
had him sent wherever he goes. Like,
yeah,
it's the thing.
I forgot he lives down there. So okay, you guys went to that's his
Well,
place. He just has a giant
he
working
just
warehouse.
yeah, it's really cool. There's like stream
awesome.
rooms and like a huge. Well, okay, and here I am again shitting on someone that showed me nothing but hospitality. This guy's worth so much fucking money. One ping
Yeah,
pong
you can
table.
tell.
One ping pong table for a huge after party. One speaker. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna shit on the guy. They said they moved in new like recently. A speaker this big, a portable speaker, just put on a little stand. I'm like,
Okay,
I've got a better setup in my fucking house.
I want you to remember that we shit on
Poverty,
this guy for having like, I was like, why the fuck I know you have money, dude, and you are in the same empty fucking room.
Yeah, that's
Every
true.
video, he's just like in this,
Well,
like his house has, and I've seen the rest of his house in like little Twitter videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Completely empty. There's like a couch, TV in the living room. That's it. But then I've noticed, I don't know, probably has nothing to do with us since he forgot about even being on the show. But I've noticed his room all of a sudden in the past 2 years has gotten some stank in it. He's got pictures up on the walls. He does more than just a stupid Danny DeVito cutout or whatever he has.
I was talking.
Every streamer has to have.
I can't remember who I was talking. I think I was talking to Peanut's girlfriend, like Adri, or something about like, where are the things on the walls? Like, where's the wall art?
Yeah.
Like, what is good? There's a cutout of him and Brendan Fraser, which I thought were funny, and then like a set of knight's armor. I'm like, that's cool, but like, where's anything? It was so barren.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Like, you know, the guy, yeah, before he leaves, he goes up to Wubby, mystery guy, like, can you give me that address? And Wubby's like, no, man, like we don't know you, blah blah blah. And he's like, oh, but I love you guys, blah. And like maybe he is a streamer or something, I don't know. And we're like, go ask Critikal, and he like fucking goes off, and Critikal gives him the like no or something. And we all Uber to this compound. Like an hour later, we're all standing outside. He shows up in an Uber by himself, like somehow got the address and showed up, and it was like, what's up, boys? And I'm like,
dude,
what the fuck? Like,
you were told not only by the other guests that didn't even have the right to give a +1, but you went up to the source of it, man. You went to the guy's property. He tells him, don't show up at my fucking place. I don't want you in my barren warehouse. Like, and the guy shows up anyways. Come on.
Like maybe he just by association hanging out with us for so much time around there. Someone else just came up to him. Because some guy came up to even Devin and was
Critikal.
Like,
he asked Critikal. Critical's like, don't come to my house.
I didn't hear Critikal's conversation. Maybe he was like, walk away mad looking from me and I will give you the address. It's like, I have no fucking idea how he got there. Like someone gave it to him and it was very awkward. It was like,
Critikal kill him? Did he see him there? He's like,
the guy came up to me and he was like, what's your name again? And I was like, all night I just kept going by Sam. Oh, which got me into a fucking awkward. I met this guy that's like some big Minecraft YouTuber, so he was really nice, Joko, and I introduced myself to him and his girlfriend as Sam, and then like 5 minutes later I'm talking to Alex and Wubby, and she comes up and it's like, hey Sam, by the way, and they're like, are you introducing yourself as General Sam to people here? Like as like a way to seem bigger. So I'm like, no, that's my name too. And they're like, no, it's not. Like, that's not your fucking name. I gave him my ID, takes a picture of my full fucking ID.
What the
keeps DMing me the picture of like all my information.
Wubby?
Yeah, like as a threat or something. Well, I also like I saw his ID and I fucking doxed him so hard to Omid. And Omid immediately spilled the beans. I'm like, Omid on the DL, like, wow, like this is his name. And Omid, like by the time I turn around and tell him that and then turn to grab my drink, I turn around, they're like all glaring at me and I'm like, oh fuck. And then I gave him I'm like, here's my apology. I gave up my like 17-year-old driver's license. That's like a treasure of mine out of my wallet. And now he sent me like keeps sending like threatening like close-ups of like my face on it and shit. I'm like, oh fuck. Like I just drunkenly was like, here you go. And but anyway, yeah, they thought I was like going by you, which would be about the fucking worst, like most embarrassing thing I could do.
Oh my lord, yeah.
And did you see that he
challenged you?
Yeah, to a fight.
Yeah, we're talking about that there. About how that'd be a good fight. Yeah. I said you would pay to not do an event like that. You would,
No, I would be totally game for that.
You sound like he sounded like he was contemplating it.
I've already DM'd him and everything.
Oh my God.
that would
I'm
be
thankful for
sweet.
that.
Yeah,
That
then
would be sweet.
then I could really pull maybe some second row seats.
Because I feel like
Yeah,
me
get
in
us
your
some
corner.
good seats, man.
no, yeah, you guys are gonna be my coaches. You're gonna be there like doing the rag on my head and everything.
I'm gonna hold these up, hit them.
No, you know what'd be funny? First round, we don't land a hit. I get in the corner, I go, cut me, and you fucking do the cut above my eyebrow with a razor. Cut me. You fucking
Sweeney Todd chair.
we go to the next round just bleeding out. No, I DM'd him. I said, how funny would it be to just like pay everybody in the arena? I don't know how much, or just spread the word. But like when
Christ, it was a fully loaded arena.
yeah,
Like a Legion
something,
arena.
like if you could get it somehow that when I come out to the thing, like he comes out, everybody claps. I come out, crickets. Like
Not a single.
and I'm sitting, and it's just me doing the slow walk. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
And no intro music, no walk
yeah.
up
No
music.
intro music, nothing. And I'm just like, by the time I get to the ring, I'm just crying. And I'm just like crawling on all fours.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they slip in under the ropes. You know, I would just
Yeah.
crawl in on all fours under them and then just stand up.
You have the
weary.
ref, like you just put your arms up and someone drags you in. That'd be fun. Like you leave a sweaty trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get some good visual bits going for sure. You could win that game. You should put like a little blood capsule in your mouth. The first hit of the fight, you just like
have a fucking
There's,
raging
like,
bull
way too
intro
many
moment,
fucking-
like just blood spray on the front crowd, front row seat.
or like you get it once, fall face forward onto it, and explode blood out from your face. Because they have a camera that goes right above.
straight down.
They have
There.
a straight down camera. It's like an
man.
outline of your fucking head. Yeah, something like that would be
Oh my
sweet.
God. Yeah.
I was talking with Brian. I had like the greatest idea for like if I ever do this thing, like this is probably not going to happen. Crater Clash would be like no. They're at this point. There's so many huge actual.
Yeah, a lot of people want to do it, but that means though that they're just going to do.
They can make
like,
it
more
bigger,
and more. Yeah.
yeah. But I was thinking about that. I was like, the perfect thing would be, you know, that movie The Prestige.
Yeah.
It would be that concept where I have an
Except
identical
a
twin.
guy that's huge and jacked.
No, I would
No,
do
it was-
I would do the opposite. The promotional stuff, one of us gets jacked. All the fucking like the weigh-ins and stuff, like it's me absolutely voided up huge. People are like, holy shit, dude, he is going to destroy whoever he fights. And then the other Sam shows up for the fight,
The real
has
one.
been doing the apple a day, the machinist diet, you
Oh
know,
my
Christian
God.
Bale, where you got
Yeah.
anorexic. And so I just walk into the ring, like you see every rib. My arms are just dragging with the gloves. And then basically the person murders me on the first punch. Like I crumple immediately.
And I will be doing the little demonstration around the arena where the guy, the thing crushes the bird in the bird cage.
Yes.
It's like, this is how it's done or whatever. And I'd be
Yeah.
fucking crushing them up. That'd be just killing birds with my bare hand around. That'd be sweet.
That
But,
movie was fucking awesome.
A lot. That movie does rock. That's a good ass movie.
That's a good
But
ass movie. Not talked about enough because another magician movie
that
came out
movie
the
was
same
decent
year.
too. Was it? It's not as
Why were
good.
there two magician movies? Two
What's the-
Victorian
what's the,
magician movies.
What's the other one
What
called?
are you talking about?
It's
The Magnificent
no,
Showman or something. or-
no, that's
No.
wrong.
There's,
No,
there's
that's
some
a musical almost.
Is it?
Who's in it? Why can't I even? It's because I just preferred the Prestige so much when they came out. Is it
Yeah.
Edward Norton?
Oh wait, do you guys want to on before we
this
start?
was
Before we
suck.
get into the meandering 3-hour ass end of a podcast where we just
Yeah.
sit there and go like, is that
Oh,
Ben
no.
Foster in
Well, you
that
brought.
movie,
I
or is
saw
that-
like 100 stories from Creator Clash.
Okay, well, before
Oh,
we get
really?
into that, we some guy saw the hiking video. He said, "Man, that looked like a lot of fun. You guys going out in the woods and everything. That looked like a blast." But I have an interesting marketing opportunity for you.
Are you serious?
I work for a very large casino in Las Vegas
Oh,
in the marketing department. Yeah, clean out them
I'm
ears.
sorry.
And he's like, you know, I might be able to swing like a pretty cheap stay for you guys for like a week or whatever. And I'm like, can we like film on the casino floor? And he said we might be able to swing something. So
That's
we
way
need to
cooler
start
than hiking. That's
Dude,
way cool.
I know that's way cooler. And on top of that, I looked this place up on the Google, man. It's pretty swanky. It's pretty nice. It's not
don't give out a
like
name yet,
the
though.
Bellagio or anything. It's not the big pyramid one either.
Oh, then I fuck this guy. You know?
Fuck you! Be in the big
It's
pyramid
an
or
old
don't
Vegas,
ride in.
probably. God, some old Vegas fucking whorehouse.
Yeah, it's fucking Stardust Hotel Casino. It hasn't been updated since 1965, but
Oh, that's actually, yeah, we're
We're
do that.
vacuumed.
Say yes
Yeah, I
to
wanna-
that.
That's
wanna
my
do-
vote. I put my vote on that one. Yeah.
that one sounds cool because
Going gamble.
okay, if even if like if this is concrete going to this casino thing, and even if like the creator clash goes like, oh my god, you need to fight in 6 months or whatever, I would spend my time learning how to count cards way before I'd spend my time learning how to be a fucking boxer. I would be willing to go into that ring and get decapitated by Wubby in 2 punches,
No,
and also be
I'd
good
hate
at
you
counting
if you
cards.
lost.
Yeah.
No,
you-
we come on.
it would actually
would-
be pretty
dude,
funny
it's a
if you didn't work out
It's
at
not
all.
like you've got a size advantage on him height wise. I think.
Not only okay.
I thought you guys
First
were
of
the same
all,
height or something.
First of all, my point is that we need to
Seems
learn
about
how to
an inch
count
taller.
cards so we can go there and clean this fucking place out.
Oh,
Second of all,
yeah.
I kept saying that at the casino in
Let's
Tampa.
all
I'd
learn
go
how to
up behind
count
people be
cards.
like, "You guys need me to count these for you?" And they're like, "Don't say that in a casino." Like, or like someone would win a
every
hand. I'm
person,
like,
like you're
card
drunkenly, you're drunkenly walking table to table saying that you don't realize behind you like
10 bouncers.
people are getting
Yeah.
batoned and
No.
fucking dragged out of there. Someone said counting cards to this table is just you turn
Blood
around, where did
exploding
everybody
over
go?
there. Yeah.
But no, and you know, a Wubby fight. No, I talked to that guy, dude. Bizzle said there's a very important thing that you learn doing MMA stuff or jujitsu is that some people
Well, you
don't
wouldn't be
have
doing
that
You'd be doing
that
boxing.
kill instinct. Like when they get hit, they panic. You know,
Fight or
and I
flight.
can smell it. Me and Wubby are cut from the same pussy cloth. Like we're gonna be.
Yeah.
Both slap.
There's
yeah.
going to be a lot of nerd slapping. There's going to be a lot of punch and then crying. Lots of crying. That's going to be most of each round is crying. And I just don't feel like either of us have the
I'm
killer instinct.
Going
What
to
if he
keep
comes out
fucking.
jacked,
Every
dude?
time you go for a fall, every time you're falling down, I'm gonna throw a fucking stool in the thing. He'll- $1 million
Break
big
his
in your
neck?
neck. Yeah. Oh god. You're happy and your kids are front row.
Yeah.
This is gonna be
you know,
content
I
wildfire.
told her, I was like, hey, by the way, there's a possibility I might be doing like a boxing thing, you know, trying to have like,
Like a
an
for
interesting
sure
conversation. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
100%
100%.
chance. Yeah.
I don't think she understands.
No, she just got mad at me.
Boxing? What is
Yeah.
boxing?
What is it? Hold on, that's not on the Food Network TV thing. So I don't. Yeah, she got mad at me.
Why?
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
couldn't-
She,
I could
well, she
possibly-
thinks that like Wubby might be like a predator or something, like an assassin, and he's gonna do like this and fucking hit my nose bone
Yeah.
up into my brain.
No, you read the fight right. I think it'd be a civil
Yeah,
as it could go.
there might be a lot of sexual tension up there on that stage. We
A lot
don't, you
of
don't
kissing,
know.
a lot of
yeah,
What if
wrestling
you
around.
guys? Yeah. What if you just bent him over and
right
entered him
there.
on
How
stage?
long? How many humps do you think I could get in before like the ref?
It'd only take like
like-
2 to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could, yeah,
Probably
you
come.
make
Two
it,
humps? I could do
that.
that before a ref closes the distance.
You should punch the
Especially
ref.
if he helps you too. Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, no, if he comes up behind me and starts choking me and trying to pull me off,
You
you
ejaculate.
know that's a
Keep
dream
right
right
a little
there.
higher.
yeah,
A little harder.
yeah,
Yeah.
harder, yeah. But anyways, I wouldn't do that because like, yeah. Well, anyways, I asked her if she would go, and she's like, "No." I'm like, "Would you even watch
What?
it?" And she's like, "Absolutely not." I'm like, "Wow, this
Bitch.
lady fucking rocks." Yeah.
and then the dream's dead now. You're not
I mean, I feel like slowly as this marriage is going on, she's turning into more and more of like a Mennonite or something. Like she's like, she's such like a
How is
like
that possible
old-
that she's getting more?
conservative as she
Yeah,
goes
more-
on.
Yeah.
I swear.
Who the
Dude,
fuck
those
is,
guys
like-
are having a
I
blast.
don't- yeah. Somebody just like came.
That's true.
She's
I
like,
think
"Oh."
that's salt scam.
Oh, is Salt in
Salt
here? fucker. I thought we fired you, bitch. We got the robot doing your work.
Yeah, robot stalled. Kick old stalled out of here.
Kill real
Delete
stalled.
him.
Yeah.
Delete him from the program. That would actually be sweet though, and also the fucking casino thing could be
Yeah,
be
the
badass.
casino
Thing's
thing
way
could
cooler.
be fucking
That
badass.
could be-
The thing's way cooler. You
That's-
can just
yeah.
film that.
And that's
Well,
that's such a flip on the hiking. Like that's the exact opposite of
Well, that's what I was
I
like. I
know,
kept
yeah.
saying we should go to like the Bahamas or something, and walk around a resort and be like, "Da, da, da." Like this would kind of be like that.
But like painted as a
But we'd be-
hiking video
yeah, but
still.
there's no
No,
physical
yeah.
activity. Our
well, this
feet
would be
not touch
very. This would
anything
be
other
us
than
in
carpet.
flip flops walking around, like drinking pina coladas the whole time, and like maybe some golf cart riding and stuff. Like,
Hell yeah.
no, Vegas would be. I mean, it wouldn't
You
be a
gotta get, like,
hiking
the-
trip video. It'd just be a Vegas trip video, right? Like, if,
No, yeah,
Well, you
that's the point. Like the next
it wouldn't
get
be-
together of us
okay.
has to be something polar opposite to
okay,
hiking.
yeah, I mean, would this guy just get us a good room, or is he going to give us like a stipend?
No,
Some-
there's no way
some
they're giving
gambling
us
money? There's no way.
gambling money.
Maybe just a
I
little
mean,
taste.
it's going back into the casino's pocket.
Yeah,
There's no
That's
like
true.
yeah,
We are going.
they should give us a stipend for sure.
We're either coming out
And
with
then
$1
we need to
million or we're
learn how to
coming out with
count cards.
zero. You know?
That would be the ultimate asshole move. If you learned how to count cards, get a stipend from the casino and use that money to just rob them.
These guys are kicking me
Yeah.
out. I've got it on video. They let
That's
me
the
film in
only
here.
time that it would be justifiable for them to do that, like head in the vice shit that they do
Dude.
behind the scenes.
That'd be sweet. We could even do a training montage again. We should go to San Diego sometime, hang out with Bizzle
Mhm.
and Peanut and Wubby and Carlos and all them. They're like, they gamble all the time there. They said,
Really?
like,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
and they're
There's
like
gambling
yeah,
in San Diego?
yes, I don't know. They were like, you guys come
Gambling
out.
everywhere.
I'm underground gambling, dog fights and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we
Is
could
it
bring.
below
bug
the border,
fights.
or is it right there in San Diego?
I think they just stay around there. I don't know.
I
It's
don't
probably
know.
like a fucking Hard Rock or something.
So I already asked Bizzle. I said, if this actually becomes a thing, can you teach me how to like kill a person with my bare hands?
You're boxing, dude. It's not. What do you?
Well,
You
maybe
can't
I can like
kill.
grow my fingernails really long and like insert them into the glove. That way,
It's
Break all your fingers in the first punch.
no, I'll, like claw, like I'll fucking scalp them or something with like weird punches.
I
Yeah,
think it's Mortal
I'll figure something
Kombat.
out.
Yeah, you should go.
Yeah,
in the ring.
lead line. It's a charity event, so I'll lead
Yeah.
line my gloves and everything. Like this
I
is gonna
wouldn't
be my
expect
debut into boxing. Like I'm trying way too
Drug
hard.
him before the fight, so he's
Yeah.
fucking all high.
It's a little.
We have that
Whoa.
gladiator scene where have him tied up and stab him in the ribs from behind.
Yeah.
Cover the wound. Cover the wound.
And then that Troy scene where you drag him around in a chariot after you kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hooking a person or hooking up your still conscious opponent in a charity boxing event to the back of a chariot and
Riding
lynching him
around.
out of the arena. That's some hardcore shit.
It's all
Because
for
the
a
whole point of
cause.
this thing, you're not getting paid for it. Who gives a fuck about charity?
They
People
gotta
are
be
there
getting-
for the publicity. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to be known as
publicity.
that streamer that lynched Wubby up the staircase in a chariot.
Who the fuck is this guy? Why
How
is
did
he
he
doing?
sneak a chariot in here?
How did we not
fucking
hear
lost.
these horses coming? How? There's so two
I was thinking
horses.
a one horse chariot. You're thinking
Oh.
like the two line, like
What,
a
two
fucking
horse?
Santa Claus, like
Yeah. How did he get a sleigh in here with
nine
reindeer?
reindeer, nine reindeer sleigh to lynch a man up the stairs. Is that a fat joke towards Wubby? You're saying it takes 9 reindeer to pull him
Yeah,
up the
that's-
stairs?
You've seen him in
Yeah.
person. Is that true? God damn.
Is that true? Would it take 9 reindeer? No, that's not true. I think one horse would do. A big ass horse, I think, could about pull anyone in the fucking world. Tie a rope around them.
I thought your other plan, Sam, was to both take laxatives and just shit on each other throughout the rounds. Wasn't that your plan?
Damn, here's an invader.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, explain that shit when you get back.
What if his head just blew up?
Yeah, like just
What if
use
a
a red
shotgun
fist.
blast just happened? Yeah. I'd be
It's
like,
the guy from
well,
the fucking.
do we keep recording? It's the guy from the fucking event. I don't think he'd do anything
He
like
rolls up
that.
in
He
an
wouldn't
Uber.
like kill. So he was just. I think he was a nice guy. He just didn't have any social.
No
fucking-
boundaries.
Yeah, boundaries.
Who?
You.
Ryan was saying, what if the guy from the boxing event was outside with a gun?
Yeah, just blew your head off.
I heard you talk shit about me. on
I
the
can't say
podcast.
what it is. Never mind. Now that they're able to triangulate where I am.
Oh,
I
yeah.
say what it is.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. But yeah,
Uh-oh.
like, tell us about that little shitting on yourselves plan you were gonna do.
Oh yeah. So Wubby's known for eating a bunch of those sugar-free gummies, right?
Is that what he's like known for? Or is that
Yeah.
just the thing he does?
He's known as like
That's his
the shit.
shtick.
He shit himself. The streamer that shit
Oh.
himself. That's like
Yeah.
one of his.
and I hung out with that
of-
guy?
Yeah.
God, I thought he was known
The
as like
poopy
the
man?
cool badass.
No, nope. He's known as the guy that shits himself, and it takes 9 reindeer to lynch that motherfucker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
did
he,
not get that impression, but
He ate a bunch of sugar-free gummy bears, and then he like reacted to videos until he shit his pants on stream. How funny would it be for us to both down a huge bag, and so that like mid round 1 we just diarrhea all over
dude,
the
you would
mat.
not have the balls to diarrhea on the fucking
On-
mat.
On
And
live.
then when the ref tries to
fucking-
stop us, we both team up to knock him out and continue fighting.
Drag him through it.
Yeah.
They had to stop the whole event to clean up the diarrhea floor, and like
Yeah,
the
they
other
want- they
fighters
wanna
are like,
go
I don't want to
first."
get knocked down onto this fucking shit floor. Like it would cancel the event for us to shit our pants right there in the match.
As long as you weren't like one of those people that went out in like 15 seconds, I would be proud of you if you shit your pants.
What if we what if we just run in full tilt and do the double knockout punch?
Oh, that would be great.
That would be great.
Yeah.
If we
Or,
could
like, just
somehow,
tie.
what are the chances of each fight in the event being that? So it's like a 12-minute event. Every single fight.
Freaking
What if
no.
another is just a running one punch knockout?
Jumping.
Yeah.
Both opponents. There's not
And
a
then you
single
both go.
win.
It'd be pretty cool posters, That's about it.
What if a cartoon bird flew around your head
That would be
What
cool.
the fuck? are
after you got
talking
it?
I'm sure that it's capable. Like they
A
brought back
robot
Tupac
salt.
out of
Can
like
you put in
hologram. Yeah, can you,
hologram
Robot
a bird
Salt
around
put in
him.
a hologram thing.
1 year from now, put robot bird around his head. Thank you. I mean, this robot salt can do anything, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Remind me to finally do my taxes, please.
You didn't do your taxes?
It's none of your business, Ryan.
Damn.
I got a text from my dad last night about gave me a goddamn heart attack. It said like, call me ASAP. Question about taxes, and I was like, oh, like how? Why would we even? Why would he? Like I'm an independent now. Like what could happen?
Yeah.
And then I was like streaming while I saw it, and my eyes kept darting to the text, and I was like, what? Like, did I miss my extension somehow? And like the IRS is reaching out to my parents, and then he sent me a like,
We're
oops,
gonna
false
kill your
alarm.
son.
He says like false alarm, all good. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! Like, don't ever do that to me again.
Don't you hate like when you're streaming and
dead.
like something happens that you're just like it immediately pulls you out of? I hide my phone when I stream.
I got like
I just
an
move it
alarming
away.
family like health call like 2 weeks ago, like an hour into the stream, and I'm like, oh, okay, bye, everyone.
Jesus
Thanks,
Christ.
It really puts a crimp in your gaming or your
You,
streaming or whatever.
you can't
Yeah, when there's a
fake like
horrible
you can
emergency,
fake
yeah.
like just being like, oh, this is more fun than it is sometimes, but it's like pretty transparent when I'm not having a good time. And then I was gone for like 15 minutes on a phone call, and it came down and was like, I tried to play the game for like 20 seconds. I'm like, this is not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna raid anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Like, I gotta go.
I
And it was funny too. I got back and I'm like, hey, Devin, I think I gotta go. And him and his friend Kale were like, you piece of shit. Like, wow, you're really gonna leave this? And I just like sat there and took it all. I'm like, all right, guys, like I gotta. Like, I didn't want to tell them why, because they'd just be like, oh fuck. Like,
Yeah.
like, all right, yeah, sorry, I suck. All right, bye.
you
Yeah,
know,
my entire
Christ.
family
very
just died.
similar story. I was playing a league game with my good friend Brian, and
I don't like that guy.
I got a phone call that my grandfather had a major heart attack and was in the hospital, probably going to die. And I was like, guys, I have to leave. And they everybody in the group reported me
Reported
for
him, yeah,
leaving
for leaving.
AFK. My own friends did not cut me slack. They're like, hey, dude, you left. You left us hanging and we lost the game.
Yeah, Lever Buster took care of you, man.
Was it an ARAM?
No,
No, it was a normal game. It was a normal game. It wasn't ranked either. It's just
yeah.
We mopped shit up on the Rift back then. We've moved on though.
Yeah.
Heart attacks don't strike twice in the same place. So what would that?
True. It's just like
minutes?
thunder.
It's like lightning.
Yeah. He already got the heart attack. You know what I mean? You could finish the round.
Oh, did he end up passing for that?
No, he didn't.
Dude, this guy was the Bionic Man. He had a
Bionic penis.
Major heart attack. Like he died technically in 1992. Maybe 1993.
Ghost inhabited his old shell.
Yeah, what the
And
fuck?
he was driving. He had this major heart attack, wrecked into a tree.
Erect.
And he wrecked his car into a tree.
Oh,
and then he also had a stroke right after that. And they were like,
erect.
yeah.
I'm sorry, this is all I'm picking up.
So they gave him one of those pacemakers and everything, and he had to rebuild his personality and all that shit, learn how to ride again. And then basically, every time his heart would try to just kill itself, the pacemaker would shock him back in. I grew up just watching that guy. He'd be having a conversation, and then he would just go like, "Oh man, I'm sorry. This ticker here just went off and damn near killed me again." And I'm like, dude, every time that happens, that's your body just deciding to shut off. Like that's a guaranteed heart attack if it wasn't for the pacemaker. That guy, his body tried to kill him 50 times while I was there, from the time I was a kid till he died when I was like 20 something.
Oh,
and I was just like, Jesus, like this is awesome. Like technology, that little box with the watch battery in it is the thing that's
turning him on.
That's keeping my grandfather
He's
here
like
for
Iron Man.
literally my entire life. Yeah, it's wild.
For literally your entire life.
Grandfatherless. Yeah.
Your grandpa's gonna live to be like 200. What the hell?
I mean, my entire life at the time. You know, at his funeral when he died, everybody was sad, and I was like, thinking about it, like if this was the 1800s, that fucker would have been dead when I was like 1, and I would have never known him. So every little year I got with his pacemaker and everything, well, you know, I was like,
it was a goddamn.
You should get a pacemaker put in to remember him.
I should get everybody should just
hand
have
buster,
one,
like
on the off chance. That way, the first heart attacks on the house. You know,
I want to put a hand buzzer in my stomach. I just want them to cut me open and put one in there. So, you could use one of those in a boxing match. Put it in your
in a glove
over your glove somehow.
Yeah.
Hit him on the side of the head. Any smoke comes out of his ears or something on both hands. Electrocute them to death.
It ignites the Vaseline on their face.
Yeah, you could like breathe in, like shoot alcohol breath out of them.
Yeah, you think they would stop the fight if I quickly, if like you guys were in my corner, we quickly doused my gloves in hand sanitizer and lit them on fire before the round started?
You could get one punch in.
Round 2, I turn, light them, and fucking run in there. Ding, ding. I think I could get a punch in before they ring the bell for sure.
Definitely hide your like corner water bottle. They like dump on themselves and stuff. Just fill it with lighter fluid.
Did they even have like coaches in the corners? Was that a thing?
Yeah, they had like little like at the bells. They go over and they're sitting in their little corner, and people like
awesome.
Yeah,
and did it seem like they were just Joe Schmoes, or did it seem like it was a professional team?
It kind of seemed like a professional team.
No, or at least I want you guys to be my.
At least at the end, when they walked out, each fighter had to get checked by like a real nurse and shit. And apparently, like the refs were like genuine, like boxing, like they judge big games, like real matches. Yeah,
that I'm sure this was a high point for their career.
I know. I saw a thing that was like, this guy is watched fucking Mayweather or something, and now he's like watching two people named like. I don't know what the like iDubbbz and Dr. Mike are saying.
Yeah,
who the fuck are these? Yeah, like
versus Ego Rap.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't remember any of the other names. Yeah, like the ridiculous names. And be like, what the hell is this thing?
That was honestly kind of a cool event I wish I would have gone to, but it was just too soon from the hiking trip.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck you could do it. Like Jesus Christ,
well, dude. Then we stayed till Tuesday. I got back Tuesday night at like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. I ended up hanging out with Devin and me 2 extra days, and it wasn't uneventful. It was not, we were like trying to cool it down, but we're still going out too late and doing dumb shit. Went to our Rachel's in Florida, which is a gentleman's club and steakhouse.
Oh shit! Wow, that's some fancy shit.
Yeah, horrible time there. I don't want to talk about it, but don't go to Rachel's. The place sucks. Strip clubs are disgusting. On a Monday.
On a Monday.
You're telling me the Monday
That's when we always show up.
The Monday shift.
Every
Strip
time
club is not the peak. That's not the.
Don't go to a strip club. Don't go to a strip club an hour before it closes on a Monday. Okay, you will die. Okay, you will get robbed. You will get.
By the way,
STDs.
in Tampa. in Tampa.
Just don't do it, guys. Come on, think better than me. Think better than us.
Wait, you want to hear a funny story?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, it's kind of funny. There's a guy in our Discord, Dinky. You've met Dinky?
Yeah.
Fuck, I probably shouldn't be saying.
I know what you're gonna say.
He was dating a girl in the Discord for a while, and then she dumped him, and she's just like, "I'm off to fucking via that." She was like, "I'm a stripper now. I make a shitload of money."
What was her name? I feel like I remember this whole drama.
I'm not gonna say her name. Anyways, we found the strip club that she strips in, and on Google Maps, it is the funniest shit in the world. It is just like this fucking cinder block square shoebox with no windows, and you do street view. You can look down the left and down the right, and it is the only visible building as far as the eye can see.
It's so fucking scary.
It looks like the crossroads at the end of fucking Castaway when he's sitting there he's like meeting up with the lady with the package, and he's just like, just imagine a strip club there.
Oh.
And the reviews of it are just like the bitches are stanky. Stankiest
so
bitches.
Bad. It's like
there's reviews on it. There's like there was a shit stain on the chair in the VIP room. Like all the complaints are just so. It's not like this person might have been an asshole and they had a bad experience. No.
It's
all pretty legitimate things.
This wasn't in Tampa. Hazards. This was like in Miami, basically. So it's a little cooler, I guess. But the reason we kept going, why we kept going is because I think on the hiking trip I fucked my neck up, but it just didn't really bother me that much. And then I did something else to it, or maybe I got it.
Said he wouldn't shut the fuck up about his neck the whole time,
dude. Well, it was it kind of like ruined the end of the trip. And I mean, I still had fun, but they're like, "Do you want to go out on jet skis or something?" I'm like, I can't fucking like get out of a car. I still like this morning when I woke up, it took me like 15 minutes to be like, I'm going to get out of my bed now, because any way I turn my head when I haven't moved in a while, I like pinched a nerve bad or something. So when I get drunk, I could kind of, even getting drunk at a point wasn't doing much. But the casino, I got a massage from someone at the casino, and it ruined me the next day. Because I think I'm supposed to just like let it rest and lightly do it. And she was like, and I felt good that night, but every night after that, I was like, I have to like move.
She almost killed you.
So I have to move like entirely so fucking slowly. And like, I'm in a, like it feels like I'm in the 80s Batman suit or so. Like,
yeah, that ages you so much, by the way. Like you're a young guy, but the second you do like this to like look.
And literally all the time I spent hanging out with Devin and Omid afterwards, it just kept getting worse. And I just like Devin's going from, and like I don't have like, I don't know, like I'm not normally one to be like, oh, this fucking hurts, or like it's just insane how bad it fucking hurt when he'd like even start moving his car, or if I sneeze or something, it's like, ugh. And I found out too, if I push while I'm shitting, it's like all connected. I have to like he's fucking up every one of my body functions.
So if you push to widen your asshole, it makes your neck hurt.
Yeah, it's like in my spine.
It's because he's putting in center neck. I feel you. Yeah, you're like putting pressure, and it's
like it's no matter what I do that's like tensing my body. It hits.
Still hurt like that?
Oh my god, yeah. It's a little better. I have this fucking stick icy out. I'm constantly rubbing. I'm constantly down in like painkiller.
I wish you were here, man. My mom, like, anytime I'm like, dude, like my back hurts or something like that, she's like, hold on a second. She has a bunch of expired like muscle relaxers. She's been
dude.
saving for
shit.
On my
something.
asshole or something. Yeah, no, that sounds
She's like, these expired in 1996. Take some of these, and they'll fucking lay you
I
out.
looked it up. It's like it takes 6 to 12 weeks to heal. I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself if it takes that. Like, there's no way it takes that long. But yeah, the whole I know. I kept telling Peanut, like, can you guess what hurts on my body if I would say it? And he's like, oh, because. But yeah, while we're there, it's like, oh, like I was a broken record, and I felt bad about it. But I'm like, it's the only thing I can fucking think about. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. They're like, how are you, Poob? I'm like, well, not fucking good. Like, my neck is fucking killing me.
my god.
So that night we got really drunk, and you know, maybe got a little ganja and stuff. And I was like, I don't want this night to end because I can turn my head around. Like, I could do a 360.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit. So we go to another bar when the main one closes, and it's like got one person in it, and we drink there for a little bit. And then Devin's like, I want to go home. I'm tired. And then me and our other friend were like, we want to, like, I'm like, I need to keep going. And the only place open until 5 was the Rachel's. So we went to a Rachel's, and it was just a nightmare. Let's say, so not similar thing, but at the first night at the casino, I'm going way back. This girl had a dab pen, and she's like part of Critical's like crew or something, which I didn't realize at first. She was really nice, and she like, you know, she had weed, so you got to smoke, and I was like, this fucking rocks. And then I saw her again at Critical's compound while like we'd only been there for like 30 minutes. There's something broken inside of me where I don't have any restraint when I see it. I'm like, man, I'd love to, you know, if I'm like already drinking, I'm like, I'd love to be a little high right now. And it's like, dude, it's like Sam, it was like you, but maybe not as bad as you with the fucking whistles when you hear it.
Yeah, Sam's like, he's a fucking
like we were talking
he
to
was
some
guarding that. He defended.
No,
he like
just
shut
because
me off.
you're
He
has
was
to.
guarding it. He was
dude,
guarding
he's
it.
not guarding it. You
I swear to
wouldn't
God,
ask.
no, Brian, he seems indifferent. He's like, whatever. I don't like. I could smoke maybe, but probably not. But like you and Bizzle would go hide, and I would see you guys like pull it out, like look over your shoulder.
We would
I'm
just
like,
be
"You
together,
can't
and he'd just hand it to me. I'd be like, sure.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like,
Yeah.
conspiracy, collusion.
Yeah.
And it's because every time you got it, you put it in your pocket and be like, I don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't know the next time
And
that
then you
thing's
would
going
vape on
around.
it.
I feel like you guys waited till I was off doing something, and then the fucking pin came out.
We were hiding it because of your goddamn bogarting ways.
And half the time it was the nicotine one, and then you would be like, wait, what? And then you'd find out it's the
If they're
nicotine
smoking
one.
nicotine, then I might as
Yeah,
well,
I know.
you know, I don't want to be the one loser not smoking, so
Oh
whip
my
out the
God.
other one
Well,
for me.
Anyway, like we were talking like in the compound, we've been there for like 30-40 minutes. You know, it's like, wow, these are all the biggest YouTubers. Like, it didn't really, I think the podcast helped me like, I don't know, it just wasn't like,
You get any guest connections? You got any
Yeah,
guests
you
lined
gotta do
up?
some. You gotta.
no, I
people?
should have had, well, I just kept introducing myself as
Represent the
Sam,
business.
and like, I mean, they wouldn't know who I was anyway, but it would be a weird event to like socialize like that at it. It was
You
just
didn't
more
bring
like,
business cards.
it was just more like a party. Like, no one else was like, hey, can I get a picture? Can I get you be on podcast?
You should
Like,
have business carded.
I had to fit in. But anyway, we're talking to this, I don't know, some e-girl or something, and we're all wearing the matching NASCAR jackets, which kill. They always do. And she's all like, oh, I love these jackets. They're so cool. I see the
in
fucking
Tampa in August, but
I see. Oh my god, I know. With pants on, it was
Yeah,
fucking hot as shit. Yeah, it killed. It was very hot. And I see her walking by, and I'm like, hey, do you still have that pen? Like, what's going on? She's like, oh my god, like, meet me in my office. And I go to the back, and she's like, okay, like, forewarning again, it's very strong. I'm like, come on, like, Chelsea, like, that's nothing. And I'm like, and she's like, I don't want to pressure you. I'm like I was like begging for this. And I'm like, I'm just like, keep going. And I give it back to her, and I walk outside of that room, and I'm like, oh fuck. I walk back over to them, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I'm instantly like so aware of like, I just like, all I have in these situations are my ability to small talk, and that has now gone out the fucking window. And I'm like, like, I'm just blasted. And then I'm like trying to get through
30
the
minutes
kitchen.
into the.
It was probably like an hour. I don't know. We didn't stay too much longer after that. We went back to the fucking casino, but like, I'm like surrounded by like the elite at Twitch and stuff. I'm just like, there's a couple, like, a lot of people there were really cool, really, you know, like down to earth. A couple people hold the door open for him. Wouldn't even look at me. Not a word of thanks. I'm
Really?
like,
There's
Damn.
there's some
there's
ego
some,
there?
there's
Name
some,
'em.
there's
Who are
some
they?
people there acting way too cool for what we do as a job. Like,
Dude, that's fucked up.
you're not like an F1
My
driver.
only experience is PAX West, and there was not a single bit of ego among anybody there.
It was. I
It was
think.
great.
I don't. You would think it'd be less since they're all together in one room or
Yeah.
something. But I don't know. There's a group right away. Door open. They walk by now. Where I'm like, "You're welcome." Not to look back. God, I should have killed those guys.
Yeah, you should have.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. There was also when
You
we
get to
got
take
there,
their place if you
a
kill them.
cop in full uniform in a sheriff's car, and he's pulling out as we pulled in. He's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing here?" And we already were like, "This looks like the wrong place. It looks like a warehouse." And Wubby's like, and he's like, "I'm just fucking with you, Wubby." He's a friend of Critical's that just hangs out there when he's on duty and waits for calls.
What
So
the
like
fuck?
while I'm like, "Hey, you got weed?" There's just like a full uniform cop. And I like the guy, he was cool, but like he wouldn't let me shoot his gun in the air. He wouldn't let me like
What a
grab anything off his
okay.
belt.
He was a
So,
tight ass.
They always
Yeah.
get finicky about that. That's like their
I know, it's like
little
you're not gonna
pet
get
peeve.
fired if I just pop a couple into the wall in the ceiling.
Yeah.
And
You're not gonna get fired if I just unload on this crowd of cool Twitch streamers that won't
All
fucking
those- all
say
those-
thank
yeah,
you.
all those people that didn't say thanks.
for me holding the door. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, let me have that.
I can't turn my neck. Everyone line up right here. Bro, I'm gonna have a silly
Target
picture.
acquisition's real sticky with this neck.
I'm gonna do a big picture, everyone. Single file. Yeah. Oh, speaking of a little icy hot rub, that doesn't sound too bad. It doesn't
Oh,
do
Did
any.
you
I feel
see
like
on
this is
Twitter some
placebo.
guy he named cats after us.
What?
Yeah, some
Jesus
guy he got
Christ.
3 little kittens and then he
Oh.
named them. He named them.
Which
I
one?
didn't know
When you
that.
have a picture?
Yeah,
Is-
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
see him.
Sam and Brian.
Probably
Oh.
Poob. Come on, let's be real here.
Yeah.
Even Devin started calling me Poob again in real life, even though I
That's not a
adamantly
bad
last
name.
time.
You should own it.
I like my real name too, though. When I'm in real life, oh,
Whoa!
oh, they're foster kittens. Adopt those cats.
Yeah.
Lil Poob. Wait, which
shit.
one's which?
Lil Poob is bottom right. Brian's the
I
black
can't
one.
see it, but I can tell it's the cutest.
Oh, that's sick. So I can do that.
Can you?
Yeah.
I need to see the full picture of that cat. When was
Oh,
it
fuck
posted?
me.
You need to see
It
the
was
full
I
version.
retweeted it. I retweeted it on the
Oh,
Ford
okay.
You
Fables
retweet
thing, yeah.
things?
I saw you retweet your own tweet with the Ford Fables account the other day. I thought that was funny.
Yep, I did.
He does that shit.
I want that to become a
Yeah.
thing. That
He
it was a
always does that
preoccupied.
shit.
It was
Yeah.
it was a because
Promo.
he's
I'm
been
just-
on.
I'm joking.
I'm joking. I'm joking. He was a guest on the podcast, so I figured the podcast people would want to know. But yes, I also wanted to utilize both audiences, though I think there's a lot of crossover. I'm sure everybody that's
Yeah.
following the Patreon or the podcast
Oh,
Twitter is
God,
following
did
the
you
regular one.
Did you see the picture he posts underneath that tweet?
What
No.
is it?
Where he's holding a gun to one of the cat's head and says, "Now that I have your attention, give me the link to the auction site," and nobody gets hurt.
Oh,
God.
did you see? Speaking of that, did you see
That,
that
bitch
fucking
in the Reddit.
guy that we thought was so cool? He made an entire Twitter account called "Damn, that guy's not going to be in Rush Hour
Yes,
3," and he would
What a
post that shit.
bitch!
What a fuck
What did he-
you, bitch!
what
If
happened?
you
What the
run
fuck
that Twitter
happened?
account, he sat there and like triangulated by items that Poob had mentioned that he had won on the estate sale
Oh,
site.
shit.
He kept googling
And
like
then he
estate
kept
sale
replying to
mallet.
shit with like,
Yeah,
this
he
is
found it, and then he would just like link it to people under tweets. Like, here it is,
Oh,
brothers. Like, we're in
fuck.
now, and now all the cool shit's gonna be gone.
Nah, I mean they can't afford. They can't
Yeah, they
afford to
can't
outbid
afford it.
us.
That $37 shipping is something I would gladly pay for a resin turtle lamp.
I actually
But
got
you
a.
guys can't afford it.
I got a nice poster you would like
The
the other day. I've
irony
slowed down.
Is
a lot.
that I can afford it based off of their patronage on Patreon. So you're literally fighting against me
Yourself.
with your own money. Yeah. Or yeah,
So
you're
you
fighting against
should
yourself with
pay
your own money.
more to us.
Yeah, if you go on that estate sale site, you should just go ahead and get it the $10 tier that gives you absolutely nothing extra.
You still have the tier? I thought you got rid of it.
How
No,
many
I
people
got
are
rid-
subbed
It
to
doesn't
that?
do anything.
Oh my god, dude.
But I'm not gonna, the people that just leave their card on auto pay, like I'm scooping up their negligence and putting it in my pocket. All right, that would be, there's someone that just put their mom's credit card on there. She's fucking stupid. She doesn't check her
She's a
statement.
whore.
Oh, there's gotta be a
fucking
dozen
dumb
She
whore.
works at Rachel's, so she's a bitch. That's Tammy. I'm joking.
Did you get a VIP dance or anything? And then
I don't want to talk about what happened at Rachel's, dude.
Yeah, I need to know what happened at Rachel's.
Okay, first off, here's an indication of how we're ripped off. We got to go to the bar, 2 rum and cokes, and what do you guys want? Oh, 2 waters. Bam, 2 bottles of Voss and 2 single rum and cokes. That'll be $70. I'm like, I'm going to kill myself in this fucking club, dude. Yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Wait.
What the fuck? Why would you pay that
You said
insane
2
shit?
rum and cokes.
Yeah. 2
So how much
waters.
was each?
I have
rum
no
and
idea. I'm not a mathematician, okay?
I gotta break that down.
Yeah.
That is a
Like
lot of
20
money
bucks
per
each.
drink.
Yeah.
Oh
I know.
my
Yeah,
god.
it was ridiculous.
What?
Yeah. I think the waters were like
I would have
$20.
walked away from that. I wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah, I know. What
Omid
the
asked
fuck?
later, can I get a glass of tap water?
He
Just
said,
didn't
"Don't
serve
do
him. Just didn't
Hell
serve
yeah.
him. Like, oh my god. Like, what
Dude,
the
you don't go to the nastiest strip club in Tampa and get a fucking tap water.
It was not listen, last time I hung out with Devin, we went to a worse place. Okay. This place looked like a palace, but because of that, the
Oh.
prices were also
$70.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Did this place look gross on the outside, or is it?
No, it's apparently a chain, and apparently their steak is really good.
Do you have a steak? How much is the steak? $300?
After I saw how much a fucking water was, I'm like, the guy at the door is like, guys, go in there, get some fucking steaks, get some fucking bitches, have a good fucking time. I'm like, this is weird. It's always weird when you go to a place like that, especially like we sit down at the fucking thing and Omid's like sits right next to me with this leg on mine. I'm like, listen, don't touch me, don't look at me, okay? While we're in here, I'm gonna jerk off under my shirt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a fake sleeve out, and I'm gonna sit here and rub my penis, okay? So
I
don't look at
paid
me.
$80 for this
I
fucking
paid
water. I
$80
deserve
for
it.
water.
dude.
Like the going and doing strip club things. I thought that was
I
like a
don't-
dying thing.
It's weird. Yeah.
I don't like. It's just like kind of. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Just went there for the
But
sloppy.
I really didn't want to go to sleep yet. And also, our friend Austin is like, "Yeah, let's go to fucking like I've never been to Rachel's either." Everyone was talking. It was either that or go an extra 50 minutes to a new fucking Hard Rock casino, and then we'd be there. Or our plane was the next day. It's like
Yeah.
we'd be out to like 8 a.m. if we did that. And then on the ride back from that Rachel's, our Uber driver, it took like 15 minutes to get there. It took like 30 fucking plus minutes to get back. They pick us up in a
skipped out on
Tesla.
something.
No, I don't
Yeah.
remember anything else.
No. You skipped out on something. I want to go back to Rachel's for a second.
I don't know.
How many women workers are there at 5 a.m. or whatever time
It
were
wasn't 5 a.m. when we got there. It was like 4 a.m. or 3 a.m.
Okay, 4 a.m. on a Monday.
I don't know.
Tuesday.
What kind
When
of lady is earning her paycheck, earning her keep at 4 a.m. at Rachel's?
Bet hotter than you'd expect,
Really?
but still not.
How many? Like
probably
one or
top
two?
Probably like, I mean, at a time, like one, but total, I don't know, probably four or five. Listen, it was a real local spot. It was real. Everyone, we all became great friends by the end of the night, and place fucking sucked. And then our friend brought like, we smoked a joint afterwards, and I smoked like the whole thing basically. Oh yeah, badass. But no, we get in the Uber, and it's taking forever, and my mouth starts getting. I've never had my dry mouth so bad to where I'm like, and I like it felt like my tongue was becoming like a crusted plateau. Like I could feel cracks forming in my mouth, and I
That's
couldn't
exactly how I was
I
earlier.
was like trying to
oh
like
my
do
God.
something to like make my mouth water, and I can't like make my mouth water by thinking about food or anything. I was like she kept
You go up on my
she
tongue.
couldn't. She was in a Tesla. She couldn't. I'm like, let the car get us there. She couldn't figure out this turn, and then it'd be like, make a U-turn 2 miles down the road. She missed it like 3 fucking times, and I'm like, I'm in the backseat, like, holy fuck, like, I just like, please, like, I was like suppressing like real fear I am like I've never had my throat and mouth this dry in my life, and I'm like,
were you coughing and shit?
no, I was just like, every time I talk, you'd hear like my tongue separate from it, and it like slime would. Be like, Omid was like, dude, you're like, what is going on with the way you're talking? Like, I was like still trying to joke
what it
and
feels
stuff.
like if your fucking tongue is like a wheat thin. Like it's so dry.
I felt like someone just took a handful of fucking sawdust and bam, out of my mouth. I could definitely like after that though. I'm like, give me the fucking cinnamon challenge, dude. It's like probably just like that. Let's bring the cinnamon challenge back up for it, Fables.
Oh
and
yeah,
planking.
that sounds like a great time.
The what is the ASL challenge or whatever? The
ASL ice bucket.
Yeah.
We should bring that back.
The American Sign Language ice bucket challenge where you pour it on fucking deaf people.
Never explained to
cold
them
water
what
on them.
for.
Yeah, you scream at them.
Yeah, deaf people when they get screamed at, that's a life altering event that adds to the scariness.
You walk up and you look, you give them a little thumbs up. Hi, I'm just walking. Bam, pour them freezing cold water and slap them in the eyes. I was watching something the other day and they were like, it was a show where a line that funny should not have been delivered. I think it was like Modern Family or something. I was watching with my friend. Shit. And they were talking about like, what did that guy say when we used to bully him? Like, we used to stick his head in the ice. And the like main grandpa was like, he was like, I'm so cold I can't hear anymore. And then they just start dying laughing. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, it's like so funny. It's like, oh, I'm so cold I can't hear no more. Like, that was so scary. I would love to make someone so cold they just went blind or something.
Oh, man. Have you ever seen that guy Eddie Hall? He's like a power lifter, and he just looks like a complete meatball, right? And there's apparently he did like a 560 kilogram deadlift.
Oh yeah.
Speak American numbers. What is that in pounds?
I don't know. It's a lot. He picked up a lot of weight of pounds. So when he was doing it, though, he started bleeding out of his ears and his nose, and he went blind. And there's a picture of him while he's like mid-lift, and his eyes are bulging so hard. It's like an anime, you know, when they like grit their teeth and their teeth come out.
Did it stay blind or was it temporary?
No, it was temporary from him just
from pushing.
I don't know why I keep saying words like that. Temporary. I'm like putting too much. Temporary.
Yeah. No, it was tough.
I see.
You ever poop so hard that you go blind and deaf for a while?
I think, what is that, like high blood pressure or something, where you start pushing and like you just see it.
Is it diabetes or my
go black?
My feet look like I have rubber bands around my ankles when I go blind. You ever eat a little sugar and you go blind and your feet fall off? God, I don't fucking
smells like oranges.
My
fingertips are purple.
My golf coach, I saw him a couple years later after high school when I was working at my parents' cafe, and I'm like, hey, like Mr. Man, his last name, like, are you doing all right? And he's like, because I remember when you're on the team, he had like some like diabetes, and he had to wear like these like socks, you know, for it, and it also was like really affecting his vision. And he was like the one driving the fucking bus. I'm like, okay. And I was like, are you doing all right? Like, how's everything going? He's like, they're gonna have to take my legs. Like, they're gonna have to amputate both my legs. And I'm like, oh, like, okay, well, like, can I get you a drink? Can I get you guys started with anything? Or just being like, what the fuck do I say to that? Like, that is horrible. I'm like, they look fine. I mean, they look like someone put a rubber band around the ankle, but like, you're walking right now. I don't understand the science of why they have to take their legs, but it's terrific.
I think it's just like a cruel, like, insult to injury type joke. They're like, oh, your legs are purple. We're gonna take them now.
You love sugar so much. Now you'll never be able to lose that weight. Yeah, because they're gonna take your legs away. Now you're just in a chair forever. Yeah. Okay. Good luck losing. Good luck not eating sugar now. Your life sucks so much more. Yeah.
I'm scared that I'll get that shit.
My mom used to tell me that I get diabetes when I was a kid. It probably put the fear of eating some more health food in me.
Yeah.
She'd be like, you're gonna get
showed 'em that guy.
pre-diabetic. I'm like, I'm a little boy. Oh god. I just like eat like a little stick of gum.
I always got like really good when I was a kid of like joining, like if anybody had like a special little thing they did, I wanted to be a part of it. I remember I was so pissed off when I saw that the kids, some kids got to go in and get free breakfast at school. And then I found out that's because like their parents are in prison. Yeah, and they're super poor and they get like cheese toast. But there was a kid that he used to go to the nurse in elementary school, and he would get his blood sugar tested, and then he would get a little juice box maybe if the numbers were wacky, or maybe a little piece of candy. And so I would like walk with him, and the teachers would be like, "Hey, where are you guys going?" And we'd be like, "Diabetes." Or whatever, I get my old checkup,
and they'd be like, "Yeah, it checks out."
yeah.
And the kid would sit down. The nurse was in on it. She was like, "Hey, Sam," and I would just sit there while that guy was getting checked. Me and him, like, if he needed to get candy, I also got candy because I helped him get there. I was his escort, and we kept this up for a while until Sunday. This is very strange. We had been going through a lot of candy, to make sure this kid was all fucked up and his blood sugar was all low before he got there. I was like, you don't eat breakfast or nothing before we go to that fucking nurse's place. If you don't produce candy, I'm going to fuck you up. So we show up. I'm sitting there. At this time, Jinkos were really popular. I had Jinko shorts on that were basically long pants. And I used to go out of there with like pockets full of candy at this point because I got more and more brazen. You give me a Twizzler, I'll take the whole pack. And I show up in there.
That kid that stole that legendary candy bar out of those people's house.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm still a fiend for like, I went to the fucking stupid, like, what is this, the smoke shop around the corner, and they have the Delta 8 shit, and the lady scammed me out of like $150 just because look, they're like little sugar gummy bears.
Oh my god, you're gonna get too high and start just eating them for candy.
Nerds rope? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna tear these up. There's no way I can eat one. And so anyway, I know there's candy here, right? I turn the corner to get my friend's blood sugar thing. The nurse is in there, and behind her, waiting, is like the vice principal lady, who was also my classmate's mom. And so I always fucking treated her like shit because I was like, your mom's always up my ass when I'm trying to steal candy from this school.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch. But yeah, they were waiting there for me, and they were like, why are you here, Sam? And they like did a sting operation on me.
You got set up.
Yeah, I got set up. Yeah.
I ran a similar scam where, they always have extra clothes in case a kid gets, like bloodied or something. Mm-hmm. I'd always just go to school in my worst clothes and then shit and piss myself first period. They'd have to reclothe me. I'd get new clothes.
New shit.
Yeah. You never get it back.
Normally sucked, so I'd piss and shit in it and I did it again.
The cycle continues.
Yeah, I just do it like 4 or 5 times a day till they gave me some
you like
oh, okay, I like this shirt, but I hate these pants, so I just piss on the pants. And,
yeah. Or shit your shirt. That's the worst. Like, that shit really hard.
Threw out in my pocket and shit. Yeah. The smallest and most meek and cutest little thing I ever did in my life. I feel like I've probably talked about this before. I don't remember. Like on the first day of preschool. No, first day or first week of preschool out at my place.
Little baby Poob.
I was like, I was like disgustingly cute, and all the nurses like love me, and I had really bad allergies, and I get nosebleeds really bad and shit, like really
cute.
dry. Yeah, I was like a little.
All the nurses love the kid.
Yeah,
but I got in tight with them like quick. Yeah, I was the little cripple kid. And my mom got a call like first or second day. It was like, you need to come to the fucking nurse's office, and my mom's like, that kind of shit they'll scare any mom to death. But she's like, fuck, like leaves her job, well, I guess it was like her place, but like leaves, flies to the school, and she comes in, and I'm just sitting there like, and she's like, what's wrong with him? And they're like, I think he just needs to go home, maybe like play some video games, get some rest or something. Like he came in here and he said he felt very small today. And I was just like in the corner, you're like, he said he feels small, and my mom's like, what the fuck? Like, because my mom called me for this. She's like very like would protect her kids with like anyone that fucked with them, but it's also like what the
Come
fuck
on.
is that? Yeah, she's like, okay, I'll take him home immediately. In the car, it's like, what the fuck is like? You cannot do that. Like, what you feel small? Like, yeah, you're a preschooler. Like, you're a small person.
Oh, I thought you were like in 4th grade or something.
No,
I
was
think
in
it was like
preschool.
3.
Yeah.
I was just like, I feel small. They're
feel
like, oh,
small.
why don't you go home for the day?
Dude, at
What
that
the
age, man, you're
fuck?
conniving, man. My kids.
I wasn't
Almost
conniving. I was
4.
scared.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
felt like a tiny man.
That, oh, wait, that was
just like, damn,
legitimate.
there's some like
Yeah,
big
it
ass.
was-
I don't
Oh.
remember it, but I wouldn't like connive my
He was
way home.
3,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
wasn't
my
3, I was
daughter's
like
insane,
5.
dude. She's
Okay,
like,
it's 5.
she's a crazy bitch.
yeah, she won't stay in her bedroom at night. And so, but she won't like just run into our bedroom and like hop in our bed. So what she does is she gets out of her bed and slowly, like the fucking girl at the beginning of Dawn of the Dead, just like creeps down the hallway, like little step at little step. And I'll hear like just the floorboard creak and I'll look and she'll just be like hanging around the door frame, like looking at me.
Ah,
You
creepy.
just see the
horrifying.
silhouette of a little girl. Yeah, it's like The Shining.
That's so fucking creepy.
It's horrible. And I'll be like, holy shit, Madeline, are you all right? And she's just like, I'm scared. I'm like, bitch, you're telling me. Holy fuck.
You're scary, Daddy.
Scariest
Get out of
thing
here.
I've ever seen. Yeah. Just standing there. Like, you know,
God.
a little girl silhouette, long hair and everything.
Yeah,
It's fucking
that shit's
creepy.
Nightmare shit.
Yeah. And but, so we get like, we're having some remodeling done, right? Because our floor is just fucked up. And so we're getting like new flooring. And they have it now where they've torn up all the boards. Because this is a pretty regular thing, her getting scared and then coming down the
Freaking
house
you out.
to get in our bed. Yeah. And I always have to fucking do the walk back where I'm like, no, you have to stay in your bed. And then like an hour later, she comes back and she'll try going over to Abby's side and going like, maybe this bitch will be a little bit, maybe I can scare this bitch into letting me into this bed. And so because she's like looms over one of us until we wake up.
God.
So anyways, we got the floors all torn up and there's just like, they just left it for the night to be just like nails sticking out of subfloor
Jesus
plywood. So
Oh,
it's just,
God.
I'm like, dude, I have like children and like the living room is literally a death trap. It's just like,
Yeah.
I can imagine them stepping, going, my feet, and then falling
Oh,
just
God.
onto like a pile of nails sticking out of the floor.
Oh.
And I was like, honey, you have to stay in your room. Remember, this isn't even a 4-year-old. It's like 3.5-year-old. I'm telling her, because in order to get to my room, she has to go through all that shit. I'm like, you have to stay in bed tonight. And if you're absolutely have to leave your room, go into Olivia's room because there's carpet in between their 2 rooms, right? And I'm like, because all these nails and everything, you could get really hurt. And she instantly just goes like, okay, when you put me to bed, leave my closet door open so I have access to the shoes required for me to come down to your room. Because she's like, because I'm going to sleep in there tonight. I'm not sleeping in my room. I'm sleeping in your room. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm used to this kid just going like, yeah, I'm hungry or like thirsty or why is
That's
the tree
like,
green?
It's like plotting.
Yeah, she's like
Yeah.
plotting and shit now. She's
Scheming.
moved up. Yeah, she's like, yeah, open the closet door. I want to have my footwear ready because I'm following you into that room, basically. Not gonna strand me.
Oh, Christ. Can you just let him sleep in the bed or something? Or
No, if you, dude, I'm telling you, if you
I slept
Lit
with
it-
my
if you-
parents till I was 15. Now look at me now.
if you let a kid build up a trend of like not sleeping in their own fucking room, they become dependent on that shit. It's weird.
I had that a little, like, not, it was not like that old, but
Yeah.
I remember when my dad like started dating my stepmom and he's like, now you have to sleep in this room. I was fucking horrified. And I was like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 or something. I was like, holy shit. I remember just sitting there like crying myself to sleep.
My
One
mom
daddy.
wouldn't let me sleep in her
What?
bed, but she would let me camp out in the hallway outside of her room.
Dude,
And so every night I would pull out a sleeping bag, lay it down on the fucking floor of the hallway, and sleep outside of her room where I could see her
Jesus
in her bed.
Christ.
And she's just like, go to your fucking room, you animal. Like, because and if I did sleep in my room, this is for like years. I was like super scared of the dark. I would have every light on. I'm talking lamps overhead lights,
Ugh.
closet open with the lights on in there. I would have every light on because I was fucking terrified. And but yeah, I turned out, and I also pissed the bed till I was 7, but I turned out normal. Oh, also when I was collecting Pokemon cards, I used to straddle my mom so I had her undivided attention and show her each of my Pokemon. And I did that till I was pretty old too. But I turned out fine.
You got over it like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Well, my mom said, all right, you know,
You're killing me.
these old femurs can't take over 200 pounds like they used to, right? You're going to need to.
You're killing mommy.
They
They used to camp out in her. When she sleeps over at your house now, you have that guest room, and then you
you
sleep
camp
in
out
the
there.
little tent.
I do not.
Oh, yeah, you
know
told
what's
her
funny?
that you got rid of the
I
couch
have-
for her or something?
I said I have no guest. There's no guest room at this house. This is weird that because it has this is a fucking ridiculously sized house, right? And it's actually pretty funny. It does not have. It's 3 bedrooms, one for each kid, and then one for us. The 4th bedroom I've retrofitted into an office, right? It's like the whole basement, and so my dad has asked that very question. He's like, "You got like a guest room, right?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. There's not a fucking guest room here."
What
And
did
then
Bizzle
mysteriously, yeah, Bizzle comes over. I was like, "Oh, my friend was here for like a week." He's like, "Where'd he sleep?" I was like, "Well, I put down a like air mattress and everything, made like a ensuite for him. He had his own bathroom and everything." And Dad's like, so you have like a queen size air mattress for him, but not for me." And then I had to tell my dad that he sucked, and I fucking didn't want him at my house.
Yeah, he's my friend. I hate you.
Yeah, I forgot how that conversation ended. I probably should have thought of that beforehand. So, anyways, me and my dad, pretty strained relationship.
It's
Bringing
just
that
got a
into
little
the
worse.
podcast.
Yeah. Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee. Wait, speaking of my dad, this is kind of funny though, because around the same area where you were with Rachel's, my dad does computer stuff. I want to say exactly what he does. All right, I'm going to say exactly what he does. He's a programmer, and his company did a program for a strip club, and they gave him a good deal.
Make the Voss water $20. Put that in there. That's probably your fucking dad.
Bar related. It was bar related.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was like some program that ran with bottles so that the bartender couldn't do like heavy drinks on the house to get a better tip or whatever. And so it gauged how much they were pouring.
Oh god, they're making
pour.
them strong as shit. In
Yeah.
this one, they didn't have that technology.
Well, anyways, so my dad's company gets like a VIP access key card, like for like a year. They were like, you come in anytime you want. This is the oldest shit. Like my dad and his fucking old ass coworkers, like Tuesday lunchtime, he's like, we're going down to the strip club.
Oh, dude.
Getting some steaks down at the strip
While the
club.
sun is up, looking at strippers.
He's
I
like,
know,
this is the
dude.
best
He
shit
got
in the world. I was
he
like,
got
you
the
are
pass,
such a
dude.
fucking old
Dude.
Southern
It's so,
Floridian
how do you
man.
like when they're like and like here's my pussy and so I'm like you're good at your job, here you go, like thanks, like it's going, they're like all right, there you go, thank you. Like, I'm more here for the bar element, here you go. I can't imagine going on like a Tuesday at noon, like where you guys want to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this little card we've got here. Dad sounds awesome. Programmer, dude, I love your dad. Old programmers are scary, dude. He must be real smart.
I don't know if he's kept up with his
times.
computer and everything. Yeah, his setup's fucking old as shit. He's like, this bad boy's got like 500 gigabytes in the old hard drive space. It's pretty
Holy
huge.
shit.
And I'm like, whoa, that's like, yeah. I remember
I have 500
he had one
gigabytes
of
of
those,
RAM, bitch.
I remember he had an external hard drive before that was like a thing. And I remember thinking that was insane because he had it in like this backpack and it was like plexiglass. It was like a custom built, it's like a big plexiglass thing. And you could see all the drives moving and everything.
That's kind of cool.
And it was like 120 gigabytes or something. It was so fucking lame. And yeah, I remember thinking that was insane. And we used to, that was back when Netflix was mail order, right? And so everybody did, we'd just get in as many Netflix DVDs and then we would
Burn
rip
them.
them and burn them to DVD.
No.
And that's, and then put them on that external as well. But he had a huge list of just like every movie basically from 1990 to 2007. He had in like this giant, you remember those old albums where you could just like flip through your
Yeah.
CDs?
My grandpa had something like that, but it was like built around his TV and they weren't ripped. Okay, he bought them. But he had just like hundreds and hundreds of DVDs, and it was like every time I go to my grandpa's, he's like, "Go pick one out over there." My dad and grandpa and I are all avid movie watchers, but my grandpa, man, I've talked about before, seems like more times than not, we were watching Evolution for some reason. Love that movie. It's a good movie.
David Duchovny?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Guy from My Name's Earl. He had Randy in it when he was fat as shit. Yeah, that's a good movie. Oh, let me hit that. That's me this weekend. Oh, gimme.
Yeah,
I was a fiend,
now
dude.
that Bizzle's not here, I have control over my own destiny.
Yeah, get way too high, freak yourself out. Do it in front of a room of all the biggest creators and fucking people ever. Okay, see if you can handle it like I did.
I've only had a situation like that once, and it was during that stupid Hitman 2 thing. And I was like fucked up on edibles at like 9 a.m. and everybody was like having breakfast and like talking. Early. And I was just laying on a couch, and they kept coming over to me going, "Are you okay?" Or I was like, dude, I'm just fucking. I was completely laid out, but still part of the conversation. I kept trying to talk to them, and they were like, "What is this? This guy's just laying down trying to join in."
This guy's freaking us out. Yeah, you should just, if you get in the boxing match, should just be drooling so high
on the fucking shrooms again.
Oh God, dude, that'd be so fucking.
Can I do a line off my glove as my entry thing? Yeah,
that'd
line of Coke.
Yeah. That'd be so hard. And then get a fucking needle in the neck. Get venom fucking gas in you. Yeah.
In every round, you do a different
drug.
Yeah, you give me a tablet.
Some a crack in one. Yeah.
Crack? I would, dude. Like, you know, a couple rounds in when I'm all tuckered out, I feel like a good.
Oh, dude, a little crack hit or some Bathsalts. Some Bathsalts, you rip his face off.
Florida, baby. This thing takes place in Tampa, right?
Dude. You go to any bathroom.
Yeah,
any bathroom. They have those little quarter machines.
2 incidents in Florida where a guy high on bath salts has eaten another dude's face.
It's
Jesus.
That's
I think
too
there's
many.
2. There's the famous one, and then there was another one where they're like, suspiciously, this happened the second time. It doesn't sound like is there a copycat face eater? Like, what the fuck?
He was like, that guy thought it tastes good.
Yeah.
And he was on bath salts. Now I'm on bath salts. Like, what should I, if I did bath salts, what's the first thing you think of? Like eating someone's face.
The first thing is like other people that have done bath salts, because you're on the bleeding edge of drugs at that point.
And you're probably like freaking out.
Yeah.
And you're like, what do I do?
What do you do? What do you do?
Normal.
Yeah. And then you look up bath salts really quick. And
kill your old neighbor.
Now it's 2 headlines deep of man eats other man's face. You're like, that sounds like a good idea. I'm just following everybody's lead,
I can't think of anything better off the top of my head to do. I could drive a car or something.
Yeah. What does what do bath salts do? Is it like what makes you want to eat someone's face? Is it?
I don't
do you
really
know anything about it.
No, I don't really.
Salt guy.
I'm a big salt guy. I think it just make you all crazy and make you hungry for human. No, I have no idea what happens when you do bath salts. Really, I know it just like completely. If you do too many of them, you are like on another fucking planet.
Wait, did I show you guys the Sensei fruit art?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you showed it very.
No, I was supposed to show it on the.
I will fucking show it.
I got the rough draft anything? Like a week ago.
Wait, hold on.
You gonna turn it into something?
Yeah, it's gonna be put on something.
Like a poster?
Hold on, can I do this? There we go. Look at that.
That's really sick.
That's really sick. Look, Poob front and center, stealing the show.
Back
Brian,
in center, dumbass.
Yeah, Brian's there.
Like something out of The Simpsons, fucking glowing green alien thing.
We got
that little on the picture left. Of you, Brian. It was so funny.
Oh, by the way, Abby was like, "What the hell's with the mushroom?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, we did like mushrooms while we were there." She got mad at that too.
You don't tell her that. You don't tell her that.
Shit.
I'm not. She's my life partner. I'm not gonna lie to her.
It's just like it's the wild.
You don't lie to wife.
Yeah.
Unless you go to a Rachel's. get scammed.
Yeah, I'm not
tell
going to
her
complain
ever.
about getting scammed out of money at a strip club. That's not. Yeah.
She wouldn't even give me a blowjob, Abby. It was a ripoff. She wouldn't even suck me my dick. Oh man,
yeah.
that is sweet. I don't.
Yeah,
this
that's sweet,
format's
dude.
weird. This is what we. This is like perfect TikTok format.
It is, yeah.
All right, put that on TikTok.
What are you gonna do with it though? What are you gonna do with the picture? There's
I don't know.
so much you can do.
By the way, Sensei, I just want to say he's a dream to work with. We sat there and had the greatest conversation. He brought up church twice, but we had the greatest conversation for like 45 minutes to an hour. And it was one of those where we kept saying bye, and then the byes never happened because the conversation kept, we kept getting re-involved in it. That's how you know it's a good talk, when you try to wrap it up 3 or 4 times. Either that, or maybe I'm just so out of touch. I'm actually just like a old guy, and he's trying to get away from me, and then he can't get away from me because I'm like blathering on, which that could be a possibility.
Yeah, he sent me that pre-work like a week ago, and I was like, man, maybe I should buy this from this guy and use it. And you're just so fast to the draw. You're just such a. I'm gonna shut down my merch store. It's I hate it.
Oh my god!
I hate Printful. Jesus Christ, Brian! I thought you were really gone. Printful is such a nightmare to work with. All the little. It's not what you're the one that told me to use it.
Yeah. Well,
Abby does all this shit.
Yeah, Abby does it. Dude, that lady has called up Printful on multiple occasions.
Just screaming at him.
I've called up Printful a couple times. I'm just not a stone cold fucking bitch. No, whoa, Brian.
Whoa.
Sam's wife.
Yeah,
that's his life partner.
She's kind of a bitch on there, and she just kind of whips him into shape.
I'm like, excuse me, sir, can you please stop stealing my money off the top? And no, okay, I guess.
Dude, she's like
these people.
Abby, I found out is like a what are those people called?
Karen.
Like no, like a criminal.
Evil
CPA or something for like a criminal accountant. Like
Child predator attacker.
she's able to like Printful has no way of pricing things so that like people that have VAT taxes, the VAT tax is paid. So like when people buy from countries that have like an insanely high VAT tax, like I know Canada has a little of one, but there's no way to like set it up right. Abby's like, what we'll do is we'll just find the regions, right, that this corresponds to with like these high VAT tax countries, and we'll just make their shipping artificially higher so that it'll compensate us for. I'm like, that is the most backhanded and ingenious way of making sure we don't lose out. By the way, Poob, pay attention to this.
I'm not gonna do all that
like
shit.
Product pricing and shipping costs or whatever, because there was some fucking asshole that lived in like the Netherlands or something. I guess their VAT tax is really high. It was like Liechtenstein or some shit. He ordered a shirt and we ended up paying like $30 fucking because like the shipping was weird and the VAT tax came in.
I must feel like I've lost fucking money on this place, and just from like, or they'll be like, I never got it, and then I'll contact Printful and they're like, he got it, and the guy's like, no, I fucking didn't, and then I'll just like, I'll be like, fuck, and I'll just rebuy him.
You have to. Yeah.
I haven't even put new merch on there in a while. It's just my soul's not in it anymore.
Well, hey, you know what?
I'm a dead man.
Don't turn off the store because I want to buy some more stickers.
All right, I'll only sell Peter Pizza in various poses.
The rest of Poobs stickers are going to be worth millions.
Yeah, one day. Yeah, if I shut off the store, then I can sell them on eBay.
Well, I got my new desk, and it doesn't have any. I'm
not going to shut it down. I'm just going to. I just need to put more effort into it.
That has the stickers all over it.
Still on there.
Old desk was now being used as like a little temporary kitchen in the other room because we're having like the renovations done up there. And so Abby has to cook over basically your stickers all day. She's like just looking down at them like chopping onions and shit.
Stuck, and you ruined my reputation.
Dude,
everybody says that they just fucking don't stick.
Yeah, everyone calls them movable pictures. Yeah.
Those
good
are the
marketing.
Stickers. I totally lied. I'm sorry.
If you accidentally touch your skin to it, it'll rip your fucking skin off.
Yeah.
Look at what happened right here, dude. Fucking, rip my finger off. I tried to feel it. Look at this hand. my gosh.
Okay.
That's pretty convincing. Yeah. Oh my.
Not at all.
You should do a boxing fight and die.
Yeah.
Should I even train? Do you think that we should?
Dude, if I
you
was
had
in
to
that,
not
I think it'd be so fun. It'd be such a good excuse to actually just get in really good shape. Like, it'd be
you would
awesome
train?
to fucking train for it.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say I was thinking,
And
me
you could
Wubby
still
would
just like
agree
fight
not
really
to train.
poorly. Yeah, no, you guys, if you did
You guys
something
could
like
do
that,
that
it'd
if you had
be
a
equally fun.
gentleman's agreement. Yeah.
Yeah. But would you
I-
trust him not to train? What if he wore a fat suit up to the thing and then took it off
And he was
and he's
fucking,
fucking
jacked.
jacked?
Oh. And then he whoops my ass, and then he does a Zoolander 2 where he then tears off another fat suit, and he's fully 3-piece suit under it, walks out of the ring.
Oh my
Does that
god.
happen in
Somehow when he
Zoolander
tears
2?
that off, like Mogatu's like super ripped.
Yeah,
And
I
he
remember
breaks out
that.
of prison, and like as he's like walking all tattooed and ripped, he then tears off
that's
a muscle
awesome.
suit, and under it's his regular like flamboyant body
That would
suit.
be funny too. Not turn it all and buy a muscle suit and wear it, like one of the latex
Yeah.
ones. You'd be so
Yeah.
fucking hot. But you
Yeah.
probably
Too much
wouldn't be
shit on
allowed
me.
to wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be like padding or something. Like I don't know.
Hell
That'd be,
yeah, those big ass rubber suits.
Yeah.
I'd be taking stomach shots all day.
you could
like
just
it was
wear
nothing.
like wristbands where it meets the skin, where an ascot.
Maybe like one of those like BDSM, like the ones with the metal spikes on them on my wrists, and like maybe like a harness, like a choker with like metal spikes on it.
Maybe one of those Django guns that shoots out
Yeah.
for you go for the
Yeah.
handshake at the beginning.
It would pop out of the end
Yeah,
of the
tiny little deer.
Yeah.
Thing.
Oh, dude, no, your boxing gloves are on springs and they shoot out and hit him, and a bird flies around his head. Yeah, that'd be sweet. And his teeth turn into piano keys.
What the-
Yeah. And other. Oh, fuck, dude. Even laughing hurts neck. Good thing you guys haven't been very funny tonight.
You need to go to
Tired.
don't go to a chiropractor.
I need to,
I
yeah.
would not.
Dude,
That-
well, I went
that did
to
nothing but fuck
a
up my
real
back.
chiropractor, $2 a minute
They're gonna kill
at the
you.
casino. I
What?
said, Devin, give me a 10 ASAP. Boom. Get my neck. I got rubbed out by her so fucking hard at the casino. As I was
were
counting
you
cards,
just like out in the middle of the
I sat at a slot machine. And I was
Really?
like,
Just was
it's
chopping
like
up your back.
hit this. And they were all like, we're ready to go. We'll meet you. I'm like, oh, go. Like, whatever. They're like taking videos of me and shit while I was just like, felt very personal. It felt like a violation.
yeah.
Yeah, you should never record a man while he's getting a casino massage. One
That's kinda
hand up
weird
here,
that
one
it's
hand
kind of out in
fucking
the
stroking
open.
me. Yeah, but it's like it would be weirder if she's like, "Come to a back room." I'd be like, "What the
That's
fuck?"
not weird. Yeah, that's I don't know.
She's not like a
It's
real
weird
ass
getting a
masseuse.
fucking.
She's
it's
a
weird to get
fake.
a massage at a casino. Yeah,
It's just
Yeah.
like a little weird service they do there while you're like gambling. Yeah, I mean it's
not a
weird, but
service, you paid for it.
Yeah.
you pay for services
Oh,
all
yeah, I
the
guess-
time. What
I
the
guess
fuck
so,
are you
yeah.
talking about?
No, like a free service. Like, oh, thanks
Okay,
for coming to our
You
casino.
thought it
You're
was
getting a
free service, asshole. It's a service. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
What are you? You're using an internet service right now. Okay, goddamn. But I mean, I just like Alex got one, so I was like, this is perfect. My neck is killing me. So I got it, and then it was kind of weird because as they're leaving too, they're all like, "Don't worry, he'll tip you real well." And I didn't have any more cash on me.
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
fuck. I'm like, do you have Venmo? She's like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, I just sign up for fucking Cash App right there. And I sent her $10. She's like, no one's ever done that before. I'm like, okay, well, sorry. Like, I just like feel bad. Like, weird.
They
Yeah.
fucked you over one last
Yeah,
time.
they were like, he's a big spender. I'm like, God damn it. Like,
It's like, dude, that the $200 round of
yeah,
alcohol
I've
already
been thinking
wiped me
about
out.
that. Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
thinking about those
yeah.
drinks.
Man, I've been thinking about like next
Oh,
one. I would
shit.
love to go, and then the more money it seems like just went down the drain super quick on that trip for you. I think I might
Yeah.
Well, I was
keep my
also
distance.
buying drinks for like 8 people, not like
Yeah.
4.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
We could have
I
got
wouldn't.
2 rounds for that price. Also, like, just spend a little money. Come on. You hoarding that money. Use that Abby money she's saving from fucking scamming Canadians or whatever.
Dude, I go over there and 90% of the time she's just like on the couch chilling. I feel like at
Well,
first,
you know,
like
good
when
for
she
you
started
guys.
working
That's
from
fucking-
home,
That's cool.
No, it's not, because when she started working from home, like she was like doing all sorts of stuff. Now there's like a whole lot of like couch sitting, and I'm like, she'll find something she's
Probably
passionate
playing
about.
Candy Crush, spending
Yeah.
all your money.
Watching Jerry Springer all day.
Wives, classic wives.
I don't want to be that guy with just like a stay-at-home wife.
Well, too late. It sounds like.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think
get
you
real
created her that. You
cozy.
gave her that. You made a stay-at-home wife. What are you talking about? You don't want to be that guy.
She had a job that sucked, and I was like, maybe like if she quits her job and comes and works for me, she'll find something she's passionate about.
And she'll start having sex with me again and smiling.
Yeah.
No, none of that happened.
Now she's just at the house all the time.
Now our passion is chilling
And
on the
now
couch.
it's like, what would you like, Abby? You should go start looking for jobs.
Yeah,
Like you,
that's
wouldn't
gonna be
it
a fun conversation.
Wouldn't it be
yeah.
fun to like look for another job? Like
That's
the kids are old enough now. I think you should.
One just turned 1 year old. Yeah.
So we got it. It's like a little guy now. It's like a little girl. Ugh.
It's time you get on out there. Less than a year.
I think you should go to get your master's degree. Like,
I think you should just load up on like every course, like whatever's available, like today.
out of state, even go out of state. Like, out of state
I
master's
heard
degree.
Dubai is actually available any time of year. Just enroll. Yeah.
And I heard there's a job opening at a Rachel's in Tampa. Yeah, one of the hookers got killed the other day by some tourists.
By a biker
I
gang.
can't find it. Yeah, by a biker gang.
It's
Yeah,
weird
3
that,
guys
like-
in NASCAR jackets. I think there's some sort of biker gang.
Like, are bikers like still a thing? That's what's funny to me.
Oh
Is
my
not
God.
only
Yeah.
are bikers a thing, but biker gangs are such a thing that 2 of them
Fuck.
happen
I
to
know,
meet up in the
scuffle.
same spot and have beef. Yeah, like how often do you see not just one biker gang, but one biker gang within proximity to another
Well, no,
one?
what's
Like,
a real problem
sort
there?
of 1 in a million.
Greaser gangs are still very prevalent, and they're
Oh,
going around
wow.
whopping and greasing their hair
Yeah.
up. They have
Oh,
knives that
switchblade. Yeah,
with that
switchblade
fucking
comb.
combs. Yeah, they're scary.
Yeah.
They go, "What are you, a jock or a greaser?" When you walk in, oh, neater. Yeah,
Wait, so do the greasers fight the jocks?
I think that's their typical enemy.
Really?
Right?
I didn't know
And
they hated
greaser.
jocks.
Isn't that like every greaser movie? They fight like the fucking
The jocks?
like the Lost Boys and shit, or not Lost
Who?
Boys. What is that movie with Stay Golden Pony Boy?
I have no idea.
I know
like-
what you're talking about. I know what
It's
you're
like
talking about.
the like greaser movie, right? Besides like Grease, and I'm pretty sure in Grease they fight jocks. Got Tom Cruise and Ralph Macchio. It's like the Stay Golden Pony. It's like one of the most famous quotes.
I know. I'm blanking
Jerry
on it.
Maguire.
No, it's not goddamn. It's
Magnolia.
got boys in it.
Mission
Seinfeld.
Impossible.
Pretty sure it has boy in it. It's like he looks like a fucking. He looks so
Boy,
weird in it.
Boy, man, and the Greaser Gang.
Oh my god, you guys
Why
are
would it,
really
like,
gonna
who
make
the
me
Oh,
fuck
no,
would-
I'm blanking on
Google
it.
Tom
Imagine
Cruise.
your options were greaser and jock. Like, wouldn't you just by default pick jock? Like, why would you want to be a
Outsiders.
greaser?
Well, because if you're a fat guy, you can't be a jock, so you're a greaser.
No, that's when you're an offensive lineman or some shit.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, they always got the
Outsiders.
big
Look at this
fat guy.
cast. I'll post it in Discord. I'm fucking
Wait,
hurts
this-
to look
I'm
over
posted
there.
posted in the
StreamYard boys
server.
now.
Yeah,
We're
posted in the
brand loyal.
StreamYard.
What?
Yeah.
Posted in
Private
the
chat on the
StreamYard.
right
Can I
hand side.
post pictures in there?
Yeah.
Do I have to save the fucking picture? I'm not going to do that.
No, click on
Okay.
share. Click on
Put it on
share. And then
Discord.
you can
We're going
share
back
a
in time.
file.
Share. Share screen or slides? What the fuck? Fuck
Yeah,
you,
dude,
Stalt.
shit.
Fuck you, robot Stalt. I'm not doing that shit. It's not letting me put.
I'm
I
looking
posted
at
3
I'm
times.
looking
I
at it.
didn't see.
I have not. Are these even greasers? I guess.
Look
they
at this
are.
cast. Look at that
Yeah. Is that
electric
Patrick
cast.
Swayze?
Yeah, and you got the other guy that's in
The-
shit. And what's
yeah.
his name? The other dude that's in things.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have
Rob
been in things
Lowe,
in here.
Matt Dillon, Tom
Does
Cruise,
Rob Lowe
Emilio.
have a
Emilio.
Sex tape with a 15-year-old.
Emilio.
Wait, what?
Estevez.
Yeah, Rob Lowe had a sex tape with a
Pony
15-year-old.
Boy.
Holy dog, are you serious?
Yeah, but he was in this movie.
Oh yeah, but he was in The Outsiders, so they really wiped the slate clean on that.
Yeah, I'm
They're
like that
"You're
Uber
in
driver.
one
I'm like
Greaser
that.
Gang movie. You
I'm
get
like,
one sexual offense wiped off your
I'm like
What
that
the
Uber
heck?
driver with some useless, nobody gives a shit. That picture is like a candid because they said a joke or someone farted or something and they're laughing and one guy's like, "It's not
trivia
funny."
about The Outsiders.
I know trivia, but also you think I wasn't everything that guy told me. I'm like, yeah, I know Cooter owns this mechanics. No, you still.
He kept finishing his sentences.
He was talking about something called
Cooter, right?
he was talking about something called Heartland. That was like he's like, yeah, it's been going for 15 seasons, and like, how are they not in love? Like, she's married to another guy. Isn't that weird? I'm like, well, they're actors. And he's like, no, but you're telling me each one of those kisses don't mean nothing.
Wait. So this guy not only had the same complaint about
about multiple
Duke
shows.
brothers,
Yeah.
the Duke.
This
Well, it's
guy
just an
just
overall.
wants the characters to fuck.
Yeah,
He
he
said,
wants
"I want
it to be
Elaine
real,
and Jerry
yeah.
get
And
together."
He was like, well, you know, in that 70s show that they're, and I'm like, yep, that's, and he's like, in the guy from that 70s show's in the ranch. I'm like, oh. So then I tell him, you know, that guy's brothers with Francis from Malcolm in the Middle. And he's like, okay, well, that's not one of the 3 shows I really, really love.
That doesn't have any character that wants to fuck another character
It's
because
like
they're all
15
family. So.
seasons. And he's like, I've watched this show like so many times. I can't even fucking like remember. I'm like,
Dude, people that watch one show obsessively
over and over. Yeah, it's
they're
ridiculous.
fucking weird. That's weird. I used to have a neighbor that did Star Trek. Like
Jesus
she would
Christ,
go on like
there's like a million
Yeah.
seasons of Star Trek.
yeah, but she would be able to like recite like season episode number type shit. Yeah,
That is a
She used to go on cruises.
Melvina.
She would go on cruises that were like Star Trek themed, and they would have the cast there. Like the cast got paid
Jesus
to like
Christ.
show up on these cruises, so they're just trapped, dude. They're out in the
She
water,
were fuck
trapped
one?
with these fucking animals. And imagine being those people. And I was like, "How is William Shatner?" And she goes, "You know what? I got to shake hands and take pictures with every other crew member, but William Shatner had his own private bar that he refused to come out of."
Oh,
And I was
fuck
like,
me.
hell yeah, William. Hell yeah. That's exactly what I would do if I was him.
I have some friends that normally have like very normal. Oh, no, they don't. They're like big fans of like Xavier Renegade Angel shit. Bislett is watching
Yeah.
and like stuff like that, but they're not like they never like nerd like I don't know like Star Trek or Star Wars or anything like that. They just started watching Star Trek from the beginning like a couple months ago and are still fucking watching it. It's like I guess if you just want to show, you can just keep watching, but there's like so many iterations of it
The
from back in the
Patrick
day.
Stewart one's the
They
best.
fucking love it too. They
Yeah.
like love that show now.
It's fucking good, dude. On like some of the episodes are good. The Patrick Stewart one, was it The Next Generation or whatever?
I don't
That one's
know.
great. I
Fucking
love that shit.
How many
Frontiers.
are there?
There's a
There's
billion.
a lot. And there's some movie. There's a Star Trek movie where there's like The Wrath of Khan or something.
Yeah,
It came out in like
the second
the
new one.
80s. No.
I thought you said there's a new. I thought you said there's a new one. Sorry,
No. There's an old
the original one. Yeah.
Yeah, the original one, not the one with Cumberbatch. It's like
Yeah.
some other guy, and Kane has like long silver hair. That fucking movie is so good. Like I watched that movie a lot. It was in my dad's big binder of DVDs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I used to watch that.
Half the binder is different Star Trek movies. Seasons
Dude,
and seasons.
what cracks me up is like if you go through the process of ordering a Netflix DVD, ripping it, putting it onto your own DVD, you would think you would like write the name legibly on there with a Sharpie. Dude, this guy, it was like he was
Doctor
a doctor
signature.
signing. Yeah, he was just like,
God.
I would sit there and look. I'm like, is this Dawn of the Dead? Like, what is this? I have to like hold the disc at different angles and shit because he would just scribble across it what it was. And half the time, I swear to God, there was multiple DVDs that said a certain thing, and then you would put it in the DVD player as a different movie. It was the wrong one. I remember Cape Fear was like that. I was like, oh, Cape Fear, I've heard of this movie.
Toy
I put it
Story.
in. It's like Legally Blonde or something. It's not even close.
Jesus.
God.
Cape Fear, it's not like variant. I've never seen it. That's the Robert De Niro
Yeah.
like rape movie.
Yeah, that movie was really fucking cool to me when I was a kid. And then I had
relate
kids.
a
In
lot
that
with it.
movie, I am on the other side of the fence now. And I'm like, holy shit, this is a horrifying, like, get a gun, dude. Like, Jesus. Was it Nick Nolte? Yeah, Nick Nolte, get a fucking gun. What's wrong with you? I would have gotten one the first time I saw that guy looming around my daughter, knowing he's the guy that he saw him get out of prison. He's like, this guy's like a rapist or whatever.
He's got good hair though.
De Niro looks fucking awesome in that movie. Yeah. And he's got the greatest tattoo. It's like a big justice scales on his back.
Which raper and okay, where do I fall on this?
Yeah. I'm here to even the balance.
I've never seen that or The Deer Hunter. I want to see both those at some point, but
I need to watch The Deer Hunter too, and I got a bad taste in my mouth for watching it, but it's by someone that doesn't have exactly the best movie opinions, and that Aqua was like, Deer Hunter is the worst movie I've ever seen. I hate that movie. It's overrated.
Well, I trust him because he likes Warriors of Virtue, but yeah.
By the way, Warriors of Virtue, I saw that shit on Twitter. Someone posted screen caps. Didn't recognize it by name, but the pictures, I recognize it. Have no idea what it's about. I just remember because
those screen caps were from Warriors of Virtue 2, I'm pretty sure, because I saw that tweet thread where the guy was like, I was thinking of an obscure movie, and then I watched this podcast randomly, and they mention it in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But that screen cap they put where it was those 5 people together, that's from the sequel where I guess the kangaroo people turn into regular people. I've never seen the sequel.
What the hell? I saw it and it awakened something in me where I'm like, I think I've seen this before because it's just such a unique character design.
Probably really fucking good. I need to watch the second one. It's almost hard to find a way to watch these movies, though. I mean, I have the VHS, but I'm a VHS player.
We watched that. What movie was it that we watched? Gun Kata.
No, Jim. Dude, I was jealous when I saw you guys watch. I've seen shit about that movie before, and it always looked really funny. It's a
great movie, dude.
It was pretty good, and we had some funny clips while we were watching it. And
you guys were doing a riff tracks.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And I was gonna put it on YouTube just to laugh at, especially the pommel horse scene. And what's weird is it immediately got copyright claimed and banned from viewership in all countries worldwide.
Damn.
They didn't want their ads on it. They didn't want to claim ownership. They just wanted to bury it, which MGM made it. So I'm like, and there's no way to see. It's not on Hulu. It's not on HBO or anything. I think they buried it. And then when they see anybody uploading it online, they just DMCA that fucking thing. They're trying to hide.
They don't want to ever.
They're trying to
watch. I think Drew Gooden or someone made a video on this before, and then I think Omid inspired from your Twitter clips. I was supposed to stream with him today, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot I'm watching a movie at 8." I'm like, "Oh, what movie? The Northman, Everything Everywhere All at Once." Really good movies that have been coming out. I've been trying to get him to see. Jim Kata. God damn it. Have you guys seen either of those yet?
No.
Norseman or
I want to.
They're in theaters. I got nobody to go with. I want to fucking watch a movie.
Northman's streaming, dude. I want to.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would watch that in theaters though. That's a Dolby.
In the house.
I'm a big Dolby or whatever it's called, the big ass Dolby shit where the sounds go all around you. I don't go to a normal theater anymore. I'm an AMC Plus member, and oh my god, that movie's good and Dolby a lot.
You're gonna fucking want to strangle me, but
no, I'm not. You just don't like movie theaters or something.
My last movie theater I went to, the Dolby hurt my ears.
You are a pussy.
It was Dune, right?
Well, when we were in the car, we were listening to a fucking.
Dune was uncomfortably loud.
We were listening.
No. I watched plenty. I watched several movies with that same Dolby. Dune was just mixed horribly.
Oh, really? I missed that one, but I remember my friends saying it was loud, but I didn't see that.
And they had some ear piercing noises. Dude. It was bad.
Yeah, there was droning that makes your eyes bulge, you think they're gonna pop. It's a weird frequency.
They wanted you to
the brown
feel
note.
Shit,
I shit my pants. You guys need to see Everything Everywhere All at Once too. Don't sleep on that when that comes out on shit. And just
I wanted to watch it.
Sensational movie.
I don't think it'll be in theaters when I go watch it.
That one you could probably watch on streaming services.
Oh shit! Okay.
Not yet, but when it comes out.
Everything's so quick to go from theater to streaming shit. Now.
I hope movie theaters don't die. That's why I keep paying for my A-lister status. That way I can keep them afloat.
I want them gone. I've been very spoiled by the pandemic. Everybody gets
You don't have to
sequestered at home.
fucking go to them.
I love it. I love being at home now. I'm
Having a home
man.
theater, it's nice, yeah.
That's been one of my goals forever. When I finally get a house, is to have like a nice ass little home theater. Put all my nerd shit in that room.
I always thought it would be really cool to have a just one lane bowling alley.
That is just like the sign of a really rich person. Yeah, I see
Oh,
those
yeah.
in houses.
But how often are you gonna play bowling?
Okay, you're never gonna use it, but like if your friend comes over and goes,
You're like,
and use like let's
bowl.
let's
You
do a
wanna
couple
roll?
rounds.
Yeah,
I would definitely do fucking
and have like a
quick
bar next to it,
50
you know.
50
Yeah.
rolls.
That seems like a lot of fun, but I could tell it's one of those things you get that shit installed, and I would play one game, and Abby would come downstairs and goes like, "Knock it off! It's fucking loud." Yeah, I hear the pins. The pins are gonna wake us up.
I
wake up
won
the kids.
a massive in-house pinball machine where the pinball's the size of a bowling ball, and I fucking pull back a thing with all my weight and shoots it. It's like bang, 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 and like shakes the house. Or I want Top Golf inside.
Have you seen the digital Top Golf where you hit a ball and it goes into a net, but
It's
then
not-
a computer
yeah, it
does the
shows you.
trajectory? Yeah,
That's fake
I've never
shit.
done one of those, but I just feel like I wouldn't like it. I did Top Golf for the first time like 2 weeks ago. It was a total fucking blast. I won and I hit the back fucking fence a couple
Hell
times.
yeah.
And I thought I'd be so fucking bad. I mean, I still wasn't good, but I'm like, God damn, it's like riding a bike. I'm like an incredible golfer. I'm
Have you seen- have you
much
seen
better
that
than I
clip
was
of
when I
that
was
guy
now.
at Top Golf, drunk as
Yeah,
shit?
falling.
And he's trying to hit this fucking ball as hard as he can. He's doing like a Happy Gilmore thing, and he swings and he misses, swings and he misses, swings and he misses, and he's just doing it blindly at this point, just like a sickle, just going back and forth. And his phone comes out of his pocket. It lands on the ground, and then the next swing he does just launches his phone
nice.
off into the green.
Hitting it like that is actually so fucking fun if it connects. Jesus Christ.
I
man.
know, right?
It's
I went to Top Golf, and at the end, after some drinks and everything, at the end, I was trying to do like a little step up,
yeah.
a quick little.
I was trying to hit
jog
them
up
as
to the
they
ball.
rolled out. Trying to
Yeah.
fucking.
And I know
Oh,
when
yeah.
that little guy comes
Top
around to
Golf.
collect balls or whatever, everybody fucking tries pelting them. Remember that?
Yeah.
Or is that just at regular driving range?
No,
that's
people
the
do it
regular.
there too.
Is
I
there-
mean,
is there one there?
anyway, yeah, they have a guy that drives around there too. Everyone fucking hates that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Leave
You
the
don't-
balls out. We like
You-
looking at him out there.
You don't clean up our mess.
Yeah, I'll go pick up my own goddamn ball like an American.
I wonder how quickly you could get like seriously injured out
You would
there.
go
Like,
Didn't have full gates around it.
yeah, just out there walking. Like,
Oh my God.
okay, from that
People-
distance, could you take a ping pong ball to like the back without breaking a rib or anything?
A
ping pong ball, yeah.
Or not ping
It
pong
would
ball,
blow
golf
away.
ball. I'm sorry, golf ball.
From what distance?
Not distance, but just someone hitting full ass driver. from
No, dude, that would
Topgolf and then
fucking
It would,
hurt
dude.
so bad.
Yeah,
in between the
yeah.
time it leaves the club to where it hits the ground, it strikes you.
One
Yeah,
time my
would that- would
grandpa-
that
Velocity.
kill you, or-
One time my grandpa shanked a drive so bad, and my grandma was not behind him, and it flew at her like fucking 5,000 miles per hour, and she was like, ah! and in her lifting it up, it dinked off the pole she was holding in front of her fucking
Oh my
face.
shit!
God.
You got lucky, bitch. You got lucky. Almost got a new grandma, but
Yeah. Damn.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to go see
I
her in
would-
Kentucky. Week.
What if he had planned that? Like he practiced that hit to try to take her out.
Impossible.
And
She
then-
managed to block my attack.
And she does the guard. He's just like, fuck. Like, does she know? Does she
Yeah.
know? Like, are they both playing like Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Like,
Oh, probably.
agent shit, Like, oh, does he know that I know that he was gonna do that?
Yeah, well, that's what he thought because he walked up after and bashed her over the head with the club. He didn't block that.
Oh
Like,
no,
oh.
okay.
I thought you were doing a Mrs. Smith thing. I used to be in the CIA, though. I guess you weren't.
Oh,
All
you
right.
weren't? Yeah, you're just
I'm
a
a
regular
CI.
woman.
Yeah.
Fuck. I
All
thought
right,
it was like the
boy.
movies.
Yeah, and she's like, "What are you?" Yeah, he's in prison. Yeah, he got killed in prison for being a wife killer. But, yeah.
I
Wife
think in prison
basher.
that's actually like highly regarded, like being a wife.
We got a
killer.
gang for it.
Yeah.
The lady killers.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's one of the few gangs out there that are, like biracial and pretty evenly distributed. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people that's something that's really
A lot of cops on there
Equal.
for some reason.
Yeah.
I like cops.
that's one thing that strikes across demographics is how many men kill their wives. It's
How
one
much
thing that
of-
binds us all.
Yeah. And then just start, being too much and spending all my money. I just noticed that smiley face thing still there. Is that going
I
to be in the
know,
final
that-
thing?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my
That's
fucking
the
God.
logo you chose?
I can wait. Hold on. I can change it.
Change it to a logo that is cool. No.
That's fucking
That's our only other option.
All right, back to
All right,
the
go back.
golden
Go
one.
back to. I like him. What
Yeah.
should we call him? Robot? Is that Robot Stalt? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robot Stalt. Looks like a fucking cod emblem or
Oh,
something.
wait, this will make me and Poob
It
feel
does.
awesome.
It does.
I like anything that does that.
Yeah, but Brian's gonna be left in the dirt.
Is it a soundbite? Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
Wow.
thanks, Swanee.
I got that off of the GeoCities. website.
Swanee.com.
You looked up I Love Sam and
Yeah, it's pretty
I-
pathetic, dude.
Yeah.
No,
He
I
just
looked
stared
up
at the
Sam
page for
on
hours
GeoCities.
crying.
Yeah.
Look at all these little letters to me.
No, there was some kid Sam that had a fucking like a shrine of like some
Himself?
7th grade girl and made a shrine about him. Unless, this was some sort of I could see a kid doing that back then. In the days of I used to get on AIM and we would sit there and like play little fucking weird gossiping games and pin people for doing weird shit and starting rumors and stuff. And I could see a kid making a GeoCities site
For
from the
himself.
perspective of a girl making a shrine to him so he could share it around and be like, whoa, I guess I just have some like lady making like that's infatuated with me. She sent me this.
Oh, there's got to be a handful.
Dude,
of those,
there's
in
people
like
out there like that.
in like
Yeah.
3rd grade or something, when email was like the only thing we could really use. I remember I just typed in
MSN?
my
Yeah.
crush's first name from my account. Like my account was like Ninja Monkey Nibbles at like Comcast.net or something. It was so fucking mad, and I just was like, and just typed her name. Like, didn't know you had to put an email address and shit. And I remember. Oh my God, dude! Like Flash games were huge. I played
Wait. That's how you tried emailing her? Was just her first name?
Dude, I had no
Oh my
idea how it was. Like my dad finally let me have an email. I'm like, well, I don't know how this shit works. We had dial up and stuff. It was like Flash games were like king, and Adventure Quest was really big in our friend group for a while, which is just this one. And I remember she gave me her account login because she was like, "Can you like level up my person?" And I played with her character and my own character, and I remember just being like, "Yeah, like this is nice."
Together.
Like,
Yeah.
it's me
Oh,
controlling both of them, and I'm like, that was like a suppressed memory until you said that. I'm pretty sure I even typed like, "Hey."
Oh, God damn it!
That's-
I was depraved.
There's so many sad like early romance.
It's just how it goes. You
Things
got to
that it
learn
is,
the
yeah.
hard way sometimes. And then my dad came up behind me and said, "That's creepy. That's creepy." And he hit me with a belt. And I'm like, "Oh, now I learned."
This isn't long
You
lasting
stopped sipping
damage.
early.
Yeah. Never talk to a girl again. And
Yeah.
I vowed on that day.
He swore him off.
Only talk to a girl if you're pretending to be her. Okay,
Yeah.
Dad.
I remember like the first time that like I went to a movie with Abby and she like put her head on my shoulder and I was
He
like,
flicked her off.
we're in. I was like, I'm getting married and knocking this lady up twice. I can tell already. No, I remember that being like huge for me. I was like, this lady like voluntarily put her head on my shoulder. Yeah.
Why don't you take a... Oh, fuck. I'm pretty sure I got icy hot in my eye. I just rubbed my neck and then touched my eye, dude. I was
Oh,
not
dummy.
thinking. But yeah, you're
fuck.
like, why don't you get some
Blind.
popcorn from the bottom? No, deeper. Get some popcorn from way down there. Uh-oh, someone put salted peanuts in it. I got you, Frank.
Yeah, he's
We argued about that a
Love
lot
that
in Florida because there's apparently a Tarkov Twitter that Devin was like, "Have you guys seen that girl?" I'm like, "No." I mean, it's like, "Oh yeah, she seems cool or whatever," and they get in such an argument. This is drunk on me too. He's like, "She
so
is
he's-
not a catfish," and Devin's like, "Dude, it is like." He's like, "To me personally, it's clear as day that she is not like what she says. At least, like maybe it's this girl, but like." Every picture is like same angle,
That is
super
such
filtered.
A Devin
Yeah.
way of saying
No.
that. He's like,
Yeah.
it's clear to me.
Well, he was like, Poob, look at this. And I looked at him like, yeah, this is incredibly suspicious. And Omid's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And he's arguing, and then he's like,
it. That's
and then
why.
Omid, yeah,
he's so
he's
dedicated
like,
to
they're
it.
like
Yeah.
dating. No,
Yeah.
and then he was like, well, all I'm gonna say is it's really fucked up that other streamer made fun of her. And we're like, what do you like? That's not what we're arguing. He's like, yeah, I think she's a catfish too. And we're like, no, like you don't get to just say that. We just argued with you for 15 minutes. And Omid's like, I never said that. And he's just like, oh, no way. And then we're like, what, fuck it, whatever. Like we were both getting mad. We're like, you are too drunk, dude. And he's like, no. Like,
Is he like? He seems like is he like a kind of pugnacious drunk, or is he like a mean drunk?
Can
He
you use
seems like
that
a
in
mean drunk.
He's not mean. No, he's not like
No, just fighty. Is he a little bit
he's
fighty?
like a
or is
little
he
Yeah.
mean?
like he's a little funny, but I have
Confrontational,
like
right?
good friends that would be like he wouldn't be confrontational. Like I have friends that a guy would bump into him and he'd be like, fucking apologize now. Like he's not like that to like strangers, really. Like he wouldn't get into a bar fight, I don't think. But with us, he was just like, you fucking pussies wouldn't like at the end of the he was really mad because at the end of the bar he's like, I'm gonna get tequila shots, do you want one? I'm like, no dude, I really don't like tequila that much, like especially now that I've just been drinking like all sorts of other shit. Like I don't want a tequila, and Devin's like, I don't want a tequila. Austin's like, I do a tequila. He comes back with 4 shots, and I'm like, dude, you're about to learn a lesson, and like I said I didn't want one, I'm not gonna fucking drink this. And he's like, come on, you pussy. He's like, drink these. And we're all like, no. And he's like, okay. And then I'm like, oh god damn it. Like now, like already the most drunk guy is about to be fucking blasted. So he's arguing circles with us, like, no, she's not a catfish. And then we're like, okay, whatever, dude. He comes back like 10 minutes later. He's like, I actually have a point on why she's not a catfish. And we're like, I thought you just said she like you. He just kept arguing, like he'd argue and then he'd kind of lose and then be like, that's not what I said. And then come back like when he had a more well thought out argument, and we'd still be like, that doesn't make any sense. And he's like, okay, well fuck you. Like it was hilarious, honestly, watching him like that. I've never seen him really like that. Maybe at the Creator Club event he hit that level, but
yeah,
that tequila, we banned him the next day. We're like, you're not fucking drinking any tequila, dude, because he was also he was like gonna sleep on the couch originally. And Devin's like, yeah, you're going to sleep on the couch, right? And he's like, I don't want to disturb your parents. I'll just sleep in your room on the ground. And Devin's like, God damn it. And then he apparently just snored and coughed all night, like so loud. Devin's like, shut up. I got my own bedroom. It was fucking awesome. I got his sister's room, and because my fucking neck.
I thought you guys had an Airbnb. What the?
This is when we were at Devin. We did the Airbnb for 2 nights. We stayed till Tuesday, so we were in Tampa till Sunday, and then we drove to Devin's hometown and hung out. I've been there once before. We hung out in his hometown, and every time we go there, it's always somehow like on a Sunday and Monday. And he's like, guys, normally these bars are like crazy. Every time we go, it's like 8 old drunk white guys, and there's like they're playing like fucking. It's like a Margaritaville or something. It's like beautiful scenery, so you can't complain.
The bars aren't crazy, dude. It's old people down there. That's all there is.
Yeah.
It's not a college town, is it?
No, but it's like apparently becoming more blossoming. I don't want to say what town it is. Though.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
don't
It's
dox
just a
him
lot
or
of
anything,
it's a
but
lot
I think
of
he's
old
just
rich
trying
guys.
To
No.
talk it up. He's defending his cities on.
I have like I went once on a Saturday. You have to go at the right time of year. I don't think enough people were back from school yet or something, but I don't know. I'm sure it has a capacity. Nothing like where I'm
It's
from.
12:09. Do you want to call it?
Yeah.
How long was this? 2 hours, 44 minutes?
Yeah, that's a long one. We need to stop
We
doing these
keep
long ones. They're
doing
getting-
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
well,
getting-
it's better than us. Like we
Well,
had a
you wanted
couple
to
where
get
like,
out all your creator
Yeah.
clash stuff. You had a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it was a cool time.
yeah, this is the only time I've talked the most. Probably just because Creator Clash. I'm gonna probably take a back seat next week.
Awesome.
You guys.
We'll find a guest or something.
Give me some shrooms.
Yeah, give Brian some fucking shrooms.
And then find a 90s
video
movie.
was funny. Watch Warriors of Virtue. You can talk about Jim Cotta to me next time. I haven't seen it. You can describe it.
There's plenty of fucking podcasts out there that have already.
Yeah, we gotta watch a different one.
Yeah, come
Let
down.
me know
one
next
that's
you
way
guys
funnier
do
than
it.
anything.
Oh man, I want to do riff tracks. I love watching a movie going. That could be. Well, I can't think too good that fast, but give me a couple minutes. I'll be like rewind. I just remembered a joke for
Ace Ventura. That's how my mom parks.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Go back to the part where he goes. I would not go in there. I just got. That's like what I do when after I took a shit in there. Go back. Yeah.
That's
really
what I told you
watch.
at the Airbnb, and you refused to listen. I was like, dude. I was like, I seriously wouldn't go. I even told everybody, preamble, is everybody done in the Airbnb? Because my gut rot needs to come out.
It was like a yawn. Like I just could feel the power of your shit. And I'm like, I should shit. I should go in there and I should shit. And I walked in and legitimately started gagging. I've never been hit by a stink blast that hard. That like, I think the gagging too sucked it down my fucking throat or something. I got my stomach sick.
I
told everybody. I gave you the warning, and I saw you march in there bravely. I was like, and your shirt, what the fuck are you like? I focus on your face, and in the peripherals, your shirt looks like a big pile of baked ziti. For some reason.
Are you talking about me right now? Or
yeah, right now. Like if I focus on your face, it looks like a bunch of like.
It's a Cabela's shirt. It's just a bunch of like fucking ducks and bushes.
Oh, it looks like little like pieces of spaghetti or something.
Yeah, no, it's
you're just hungry, dude.
Yeah,
I'm starving.
Damn, that looks like
not good. I ate an edible, right? And now I've gotten hungry, and then I just ate fucking another one because I was hungry.
I know,
dude, you're gonna fucking be in a coma.
As soon as this is over, I'm going upstairs and ripping. And I just have not bought groceries in like 3 fucking weeks or something.
That's the worst.
I'm gonna I'm gonna. Last night I got so desperate. I was eating little bits of brown sugar, just like little bits of raw brown sugar.
Oh my god!
I just wanted some sweet, dude. Yeah, I was like I will eat anything that's sweet right now. I was really fucking desperate.
I've gotten into like Abby's, like she has molasses for baking, and I was like dipping a finger.
Dude,
like because she goes through phases where she's like, I'm throwing away every bit of like bad for us food. But she'll still have stuff for like baking, so like unsweetened chocolate and like molasses and stuff. You might be able to find honey. Yeah, honey. The little honey sugar decorations for the tops of cakes. Those are made of sugar. I like chew on them like a wafer.
Like this little fucking like those stuff you used to decorate. Fondant or whatever. I make a little fondant candy bar and then I eat it. Dude, I don't have any shit like that fancy. I just have like a little bit of brown sugar in a vial for emergencies. And I think I have, worst case, I have a little bit of salt that I can lick. And it gives me a sensation. Salt lamp.
Oh, have you ever had the cinnamon bun Oreos? Those are so good.
Jesus Christ, why would you say something like that to me right now when I'm about to go upstairs?
We're talking about I'm gonna go lick food, and Brian's like, hold on, have you tried the most fucking
the coolest thing ever
snack you can have?
I have water and brown sugar are the only groceries I have right now.
Oh,
not even my brown sugar.
Anyways, hey, shut up about being all poor and foodless. Have you heard about brown sugar Oreos?
Have you ever had a brown sugar?
Of like the tastiest cookie. Yeah. All right, what were you saying about your no food situation?
So I guess it's the salt lamp for tonight. Okay. Brown sugar's ruined for me. Ever had like really salty water to drink? It's like a sweet drink. Any parting words for the podcast? Anyone? Come on.
Good night, dude.
It's so fucking late.
Yeah, I have to drive to fucking Kentucky tomorrow. It's gonna suck.
We can do the countdown at the end, maybe.
Yeah.
I like how it completely cuts you guys off.
Yeah,
it mutes everybody.
Wait, can you do it and mute? Now can you hear me?
Oh, you can talk over it?
Yeah, you can unmute.
Oh
my
23. God. Oh,
22.
yeah. Sit.
Sit
5,
forward,
wait,
forward.
3,
3,
2, 1, 0.
Woo!
And we're back
over.
with another
And now we're
episode.
starting the back-to-back
Yep.
double
This
feature.
This is the double feature. This is the Patreon exclusive.
Wow.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.